Alrighty, folks, welcome back to Tabletop Gaming. We're back with some more D&D. Last time we left off, we got our shit stomped in.
Ow! Yeah, we didn't think this through.
I have a big head and tiny arms. I don't think you thought this through.
No, I think you find that the giant had big arms and lots of rocks.
Yeah. And a ridiculous dash speed.
And Kaya is questioning why the first boulder didn't just knock her out.
Ask the dice.
They were being lenient.
So we need to change our approach, which we don't know how.
Meticulous study.
Turns out that randomly appearing from nowhere in front of mammoths, when there's a giant with them, doesn't go so well.
I'll be the first to admit that was a very stupid plan that I concocted.
And so, you find yourself here, out in the open, kind of
beat up and screwed, not happy.
beat up. Yeah, definitely beat up.
Except for
feeling
Zoho.
down. Probably feeling a bit down. Worse for wear, for the most part. As you can see the giant and the mouse kind of like heading off into the distance. As you're basically recuperating for a moment.
Yeah, it's because we attempted to fight high-level monsters.
Without realizing.
I'm pretty sure you were warned that if you fail, it's probably because you died. Coming from the Goliaths. So,
Honestly, I've got nothing.
I choose we take a very long nap and try again. If we see another one of them, we wait until night and steal their shit.
I say we should try and study them first. Maybe see what their patterns are like. And maybe see if we can't find a group that doesn't have one of those giants in tow.
I'd be probably asking a bit much, also.
Yes, but when hunting things, you should always prepare.
The only hunter among us, pointed Azrael, is Rill.
she just looks at you confused.
She's the only experienced hunter among us. And even she was overwhelmed.
I'm just gonna shrug at this point.
The Goliaths have to have a certified way of hunting these things. How else? How else would they be able to make their homes from the remains of mammoths, if not so?
Well,
Big groups, coordination, planning ahead, and executing it correctly.
the problem with that information is that if they have, like, one of those kids, when they turn of age, each one of them has to go hunt one by themselves.
Which belies their natural strength. And we are not Goliaths.
If anything, they're probably more like the one dwarf that elf with the vampire relation in ship manipulate. It where
I see
more
an
meat
Azrael
head,
in
more
chat.
strength,
I see a real in chat.
which is a Kai.
I can beat everybody.
Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
That's a paw.
So, going silent and staring into space is probably not the best idea for you guys right now.
I say at least we should start recovering first, if we haven't already done that.
But also, we should take count of how many rations we have. Because we still need to save some for the return trip. We cannot spend too much time hunting a mammoth. I understand the
True.
importance of studying their behaviors, but we must also take into account we can't spend too much time out here in the frozen tundra.
Perhaps
We're on a
we
time
limit. Perhaps we should be discussing what each of us can do in full to allow us to actually, I don't know, deal with this accordingly. We haven't exactly been totally honest about each other's abilities. That might help.
You already know what I am capable of, Thorin.
Yeah, but we don't know what Sabakaze is capable of.
And even if I were to ask her, she'd probably stonewall me.
Fair enough.
Well,
I look at
I don't think I can eat something alive. I've only done that once.
You know, I feel like we should have been questioning your abilities more at this point.
Kyan just, from sitting up, just looks at him. You don't say, because everything about me has changed so far, and I just note is I don't require as many rations.
Wait, that's not a normal thing?
No, when you saw me eating 2 plates of food, that was not normal.
No, I meant your form changes.
Especially for someone of her... Zoho just gestures at Cayenne.
I meant your
figure.
form changes, not your eating habits. Your eating habits are normal.
I just stare at Otto at this point, dumbfounded, and then I let out a hearty laugh. Oh, I forgot. Living in isolation makes it easy to forget the
Also
normalcies of society. So
Also,
I'll have to
gaining
beg your
very
pardon
little
on
common
that.
sense.
Well, it's not that he lacks common sense. It's just you forget
Everything amazes him.
you forget what's normal in society after a while. Cayenne is most definitely not normal.
Oh,
I have
Can
to
you-
admit, she is the odd one of the bunch here. And we have an elf who barely speaks common.
If I'm completely honest with you, 10 years, prior to 10 years ago, fuck knows, I could have just been normal-ass human.
So you don't remember anything.
No, I have amnesia from prior to being reverted to what the actual icon looks like. This.
Mm-hmm.
And then turns back into the Goliath.
I shrug. So what are you then? You seem to have the properties of a slime, but at the same time all kinds of other things.
Why do you think when we've gone to some places, I've asked people about just creatures that are made of slime? All I know is that I can transform,
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say slime's not the word to be using because I don't think you've
Ooze.
ever been not ooze,
Ublaxi.
like you're flexible as if you have no bones and you can change, but
amorphous.
you don't have foreign wouldn't know that you're slime because you've never taken the form of slime, if that makes sense.
Yes, they
Right.
have a couple of
Right.
times.
No, they've changed their shape and the physicality, but they've always remained.
No.
No,
Yeah.
when their HP hit 0, they slimed, and that was a few times
Not
now.
fully.
Yeah.
Not fully,
Like-
but yes, Cayenne did. When Cayenne slimed through the chain,
That
the
too.
chain
yeah.
armor versus the kobolds.
Yes, but what I'm getting at is like when you say slime or whatever, what I'm saying is that you don't know of a slime creature, an ooze or such. You just know that for some reason Cayenne basically has no bones.
So
I
they.
did.
That's the way of
So what
describing
you're
it.
saying is visually they didn't look
Yeah, visually
slime
they
when it was
didn't-
doing those
They
actions.
didn't do a Rimuru and change into a slime and whatever.
That's why I said like
They
Yeah,
stayed
yeah.
humanoid,
Okay.
and it just looked like a human passing through shit.
It looked
That's
like
why
they
I
had
said-
no
we're getting-
bones.
we are-
Yeah.
We're getting off track.
And
Yeah.
Cayenne is equating to ooze/slime because that's the only logical thing for her, even though she doesn't really know much.
I did say like a slime. I didn't say a slime. I said abilities.
Anyway, I'm just adding clarity. No need to argue about it.
Shit!
Yeah.
I need to feed my fish.
I was contemplating. Though Rail did make a good point. When hunting bigger animals, it's probably better to not be out in the open like we are now. That was our first mistake.
Well, I would say that wasn't the only mistake. In my experience, hunting animals as a dwarf, as little as it might be, traps are always best as well. You immobilize the animal, it makes it easier
What?
to do something about it.
Yeah, okay, then what traps can we make out here?
Pitfall
I
traps.
point at Otto. I point at Otto. He can mold earth.
We could make
A
pitfall traps.
would be perfect.
This is a place of snow and ice. Can you manipulate that?
No,
Looks at the stone ground.
it's not
It's
stone.
mostly for. I'm just going to clarify. Just this map is just a blank canvas for what's going on. You are in a tundra. It's not all snow and ice. It is mostly frozen over. There are patches of like moss-like substance that is effectively a replacement for grass and stuff as you travel.
However, mold earth can only move loose dirt, not solid. So
Not solid
frozen like this, it might be too hard to actually take apart.
Hmm.
That is at the discretion of the DM.
It is, yes.
So,
What we need is to find an area mammoths can go that isn't so much in the open. Somewhere secluded.
Well, I mean, everybody needs to drink.
You're suggesting a watering hole? Can mammoths drink?
I don't know. That's just what I'm familiar with.
I would have to assume so. They eat something here.
clear-
And they don't look like they eat meat, so I'd have to assume there's somewhere with grass or something similar, which implies that there would be water.
They would
The only
have to
place,
have
like-
plenty of food because of their big size. Clearly, it's not here.
It would have to be somewhere in the shadow of the mountain, a valley or something that opens up onto the tundra, somewhere sheltered from all the wind and the snow.
I mean, if we backtrack and try to find prints that aren't theirs, points to the now hopefully far or mammoths and frost giant, because there was that place where they probably ate a bush.
He was probably hurting them from one place to another. which
And that's
implies-
another problem. The frost giants. We
Yes,
severely underestimated their strength.
we clearly cannot handle the mammoths and the giants at the same time. The giant itself alone is too much.
So why don't next
Which
time
means we need
scare them off?
we need to capture a we need to capture a mammoth while the frost giant is preoccupied. Or too far away that by the time he reaches them, it'll be too late, and they'll be long gone.
Which is hard to say because did you see how fast that giant ran? How far it traveled?
More
How big
like
of a boulder it could
strided.
yeet.
It has a degree of intelligence.
Yes, it
Compared to
called
the
us
hill-
ants.
Compared to the hill giant we fought before, Otto,
That's why I was waving that this wasn't going to work. It physically spoke to me in giant, saying we are puny and that we are wasting our time.
Wow, rude.
Well,
Now, shall we
it's
go back
not like
to
we
the
can
direction we
bargain
came
with
from?
the giants.
hmm?
Now, shall we go back to the direction we came from? Otherwise, I am not going to try my brush in a lost frost giant child.
I don't know if that would be a good idea.
I don't think that's a good idea either.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not going to attempt to. Not with that one specifically either.
Well,
We could at least see where he was coming from. Oh,
If you mean go back to the direction we came from?
I gotta
yes.
step away. I gotta step away. My food's here.
I say for now, let's shelve it, recover, try and track down another group, and not do anything other than follow it for a bit of time.
Fine. I need to rest.
So do I.
Actually, I'll take first watch. The rest of you are too battered, and I barely took any damage during that fight. I'll take first watch.
I ain't doing it
If you have
here.
any objection, if you have any objections, speak them now.
I am not taking a rest here out in the open, and where he can come back to be like, they're probably going to be a
There's
noose
forest
inch
nearby,
later.
is there not?
I look up to the sky god.
What was the question?
Is there a forest nearby?
Kai, there's a forest nearby, right?
No, he said there's
No.
no trees in this area at all.
No. When you're on the mountain, there's a random.
He said there
like,
was
you
a
could-
forest.
No, not a forest. When you're up on the mountainside, even though it's a tundra, there was a random tree dotted here and there, but they were like miles apart.
So, no forest, just individual trees.
Then we'll make camp under one of the trees.
Okay.
You want to try and find a tree.
Unless anyone has any brighter ideas. I'm open to suggestions.
Kayan's like, nope, I want to go back the direction we came, away from them.
Agreed.
Okay, what did I miss in a couple minutes?
Nothing.
That direction.
Spee.
I say we let us do both. Let's go back the way we came, but also find a tree while we're on our way.
Very well.
You want a fire?
I don't need a fire to do
Why would
anything
you ask
anymore.
for
You
a
realize
fire?
that, right? And all you see is a ball of flame appear in his hand.
No.
Hey, that's handy.
Base.
Let
If
me
we just-
ask, how hurt is everyone?
I've got like 2 HP.
Not
I
in
have-
HP. This question always annoys me. Don't respond with HP. That's a mechanic.
Okay.
Respond how your character feels.
I feel like my
am-
shoulder's dislocated.
If I had
I
bones, I would not be
feel-
able to move.
I feel like if I were to try and do anything serious right now, I might actually not get back up.
Also, for Josh, no, it's a case of trying to find tree. Zoho wants to try to find a tree so that we can camp around.
Fair
It's, Cayenne does not want to be anywhere near where this giant mammoth are going, because they could turn, because the giant could stop, tell the mammoths to wait, come back while we're resting, and murder our ass.
And double tap.
Yeah,
And that's why Zoho asked to find shelter.
Okay,
It-
so. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, the general direction is going to be back the way you came.
Yep, which is bottom left corner.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Zoho's ideally wants a tree, but the idea is to find maybe somewhere a bit more sheltered or something before you
Yeah.
rest up properly.
Tree or shelter, it doesn't matter to Otto. But he agrees with the shelter idea, but also agreeing with going back the way we came.
Okay, so you, after a bit of discussion, you decide to head back the way you came, partly due to a bit more familiar territory, so to speak, and it's away from the giant as to avoid further conflict.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna roll a dice. And I'd like whoever's going to lead the way to roll a survival.
Well,
Oh,
who-
I have survival.
Whoever's leading the group, who's going first.
Cayenne, I guess.
I don't think Otto will because he's too hurt right now.
I am about to fall over, so I'm not either.
How hurt is
Okay.
Cayenne?
I have pain.
Everything aches.
Yeah, stiff breeze would take out Otto right now.
Just breathing on Thor.
Okay.
Kill him.
Okay.
I
Good
could-
news. Good news. You managed to. You don't go the exact route that you followed the giant for a little bit and the tracks and whatnot. But you, after traveling, you manage to seem to come across the point where you found the tracks that you originally, like, the original pickup point.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
There, where you found, I'm trying to remember the description. Oh god, it's been so long.
It's only been 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
we
been a
found the
while.
posse of the two mammoths and the giant walking in a direction.
It's the initial tracks.
Where we found like the Eden bushes.
Yeah, that's the one. There was a few bushes that had been stripped, sparsely dotted around an area that is not necessarily as icy. That's what how you picked up on the tracks, isn't it?
Yes.
Like the ground is softer here than other parts, and there was a few stripped bushes.
Oh, this is
nearby.
this is one of the things Cayenne wanted to find, which was where we found the tracks, and see if we can find tracks that weren't theirs.
Can I strip the bushes
What?
of all the wood for them?
You want to harvest the twigginess?
I mean, it's something to have a fire.
That is
Kindling,
true.
tinder.
It's It's easy enough to do to spend a bit of time just stripping off the limited shrub. It's all live wood. As you break it, it's very healthy. It doesn't snap. It kind of like
It's resistant to
it's-
breaking. I know what you mean. Sorry.
So you spend like, well, now you're here. It's like, are you going to further head on? What's the continuation point?
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
What are you asking?
Are we continuing,
Where-
or are we
you-
stopping
you-
here and taking a break?
Are you going to stop here in a place that you know, even though it's still fairly like out in the open, or are you going to push a bit further in a different direction to see if you can find something more sheltered?
Maybe something more sheltered?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otto's too tired to argue. Or too sore to
Okay,
argue.
So do you have a direction in mind?
No.
I poke Zoho. Do you see a tree from here?
Tell us with your elf eyes.
Do I need to
Tim.
roll for?
Okay.
Do I need to roll perception?
Right, when I say direction, I don't mean like direction to somewhere you know, as in what you know is. Where's my little drawing tool? As well.
Can I just do perception to see
Hang on a minute.
which way is more like?
I'm gonna give you some more information before you decide what you're doing. So, say your position, where your token is where you currently are, on the Great World map of schemes. This is where you've just come from, so this is where the giant was, the mammoths, where that fight happened. And remembering that way's back towards the Goliath camp.
Which is where we can't go.
So that's the two directions that you know of. And if you want to roll perception, what are you trying? Like, give us an idea of what you're looking for, and don't say tree.
Really?
What kind of things would you like? Are you looking for landmarks?
Shelter. Yeah, shelter. Landmarks. A cave.
So what you're saying is you want to search the nearby surroundings while Thorin's doing his thing to see if you can find any indication of possible shelter.
Can I help him on this?
No, because you're collecting sticks, twigs.
Would someone like to help Zoho?
Well, it doesn't hurt to look. I'll do it.
Mouse?
What?
I'm assuming he
What?
rolls with advantage if someone helps him.
Either that or whoever's helping rolls.
I'm lost. Who's rolling?
Otto is helping you. If Otto is helping you and you roll with advantage. Otherwise, Otto rolls a perception check.
And Otto will be at a negative because he's exhausted.
So it's better you
Uh,
roll with advantage for perception.
Yeah, Kai, you're starting a robot here and there.
There you go.
Okay. So as you're looking around the current area, as far as collecting twigs and whatnot, you notice that the trail from the mammoths is still visible and heading in the opposite, away from where the giant fight was, heading in this direction. And
Mm-hmm.
over in this direction, the terrain seems to become more uneven as you like gauging it, in the sense
Uneven
of
how?
it's clearly not flat. As in, as you're actually looking and it's still clear and whatnot, you can actually, your eyes are keen enough to pick up it's not a mountain range, but it's, you know, if you're looking at the top of a mountain range and you see like ridge lines and things going across, it's like that, but just subtly on the horizon line, which indicates there's differences in level of land. And for
I'm
the
sorry,
most
I'm not following. What does this indicate?
Hills. Mouse. Hills.
hills, it's not flat.
Okay, the way he was describing it, I'm
And
sorry.
if you get oh, that's a terrible color. Hang on.
The topography got variated when you look in that direction.
Okay.
And if you look in, I should pick a darker color. Here we go. That's better. In this kind of arc, this seems pretty much as flat as can be. Like, that's more open.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so going towards the mount gives us more variation so that we can at least hide.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to relay that to us?
Shouldn't do green. That indicates
Hang
the wrong
on.
thing.
Hang
We're
on.
not rushing you, dude.
This way, the terrain's too flat to out in the open. That's the way back to the Goliath village. That way, the mammoths went that way. Definitely.
They
We
came
go
from
this
that
way.
direction, didn't they?
Zoho just looks at Thorn. If I may finish. If we go this way, the terrain becomes more varied. Meaning there will be hills, so there might be places for us to hide. Have more of an advantage in observing. And probably providing shelter. But anyways, those are the options. I would advise we do not keep heading north or northwest from this point. Maybe try heading south along the hills. Find a place to set up camp. What do you all think? That's basically him relaying the information. In his own words.
If we can hide in the hills, we can hide in the hills. At least we have a direction for where more mammoths might be. For later.
Yes, we have a direction.
Right, so you want to head towards the more
The
varied
hills.
terrain. Okay,
Say hills. I'm sorry.
we'll call it hills then.
In the meantime of this, I'm getting rid of the second, and then the first and getting back a third.
Sorry, at what?
How many sorcery points do you
Oh,
have?
bonus action one.
Yeah,
Probably none at this point.
correct. I can have two, but then I'm only left with a third.
But yes, let's head
Fuck.
towards the hills. At least give us some degree of cover and probably shelter from the winds.
Okay, so that's the direction you're going to travel for a while.
But if there's one thing I have noticed as we were going over the mountain range, it's much colder at night. We move when the sun's up. When the sun goes down, we have to make camp. Are we all agreed?
Sounds good.
Okay. So we have a bearing.
Welcome back, Josh.
No, it's me. Thanks.
Right. Okay. So you spend only let's say like only about quarter of an hour around here. Doesn't take long. There's not much shrubbery for foreign to pick up on, like tear apart or whatever, and doesn't take that long to kind of like glance around and realize that all of that is just wide open space. So
But that's not the case with the hills, right?
yeah, you're heading to what appears to be not wide open space. So
But hills.
yes. So you start traveling in said direction, and
Which is roughly southeast.
roughly yes.
Roughly, if this is considered north. But we don't know.
Yeah, based on this map of orientation, yes. So, you spend an hour traveling, and that's when ahead of you, Zoho, you notice, and like as you're getting closer after the first hour, it looks a little hilly, but it's more rocky. However, the ground on the horizon looks more dirt-colored than stone-colored.
A dirt
So
mound.
it's like, it's clearly rocky. Like, there's clearly, like, rocky terrain sticking out, but you can see...
But there's more dirt than rock, right?
You can see it's broken up kind of like 50-50 between, like, the coloration of dirt
I
and rock.
wonder. Otto, would you be able to carve out a cave for us to rest in. There's some dirt mixed in with the rock. Would you be able to do it?
I don't know, Almighty God. Can I do that?
Don't know until you get there.
I will try.
Head towards the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay, so it X amount of time passes, and you find yourself coming within range of these rocky outcroppings, and the flooring on the area as you kind of like walk among, like you walk past like the first like proper rocky rock outcropping and stuff, and as you kind of like walk over it and glance down ahead of you, there seems to be much more earth around here. It's cleanly solid in the sense that it's still frostbitten, but there's also signs that there is possible, like for Otto's perspective, possible plant life that isn't as visible to average Joe. There's signs of like a few more of these possible like there's a couple of shrubs, and as you like traverse past the first set of like rocky outcroppings and stuff, the wind kind of like isn't as strong. Like they're acting as like the surroundings are acting a bit more as a wind barrier as you kind of like head down, and then you like the wind picks up as you head up a bit. It's like only like a
I'm back, sorry.
minute or so between like each one, but it's noticeable difference, just these slight elevation changes.
Right.
And the rocky outcroppings are having a much larger effect.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, you're kind of cutting out here and there.
I'm
Not
cutting
on our
out.
end.
Oh.
It's on mine.
Well, if no one else is, it's not likely my end. Okay.
Me?
Hi, Mouse. Is it any better? Do I need to
Yeah,
keep
a little
talking?
better.
Do you need a refresh of what I just said, seeing as I was apparently a robot?
The hills are acting as a wind barrier, or as we're climbing down and climbing up, we're getting hit by it, right?
Yeah, there's not much difference in the elevation heights and stuff as you're traversing this area, but it's more, it's making a clear difference in regards to the wind chill factor. And there's
Okay.
signs of possible plant life that isn't in bloom for in the sense for Otto's info, because Druid and bullshit. So, is this where are you planning on camping?
I'd say it would be best if we could camp in between two hills. At least that way we'll have some manner of shelter from the wind chill.
Okay, so you want to spend a little more time investigating the immediate surroundings. So
Sure.
can you roll a survival then?
Anyone helping?
Yeah, sure.
Anyone who wants to luck?
Yes.
Okay. Roll the train. 18?
You are able to find. Good job, Farin.
Thorin fights
Totally
nothing.
made for this area.
I am. That's the sad bit.
So, I'll Otto, you having a look around?
I was assisting Zoho with his role.
Okay, so. Kyan's 13. Okay, so. You are able to find a large boulder effectively jutting from the ground, like at the base of a small hill, because lack of better words, which you feel you could possibly like between this, if you set yourself, there's just enough, you feel like there's just enough space between it and where the elevation goes up. You basically are covered from the wind on 3 out of 4 sides. And
Could make good camp.
And based on the current lick of finger, stick it up in the air, and direction of wind, you feel it should work. So, setting up camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, who's doing what in the setup of camp?
Oh, light the fire.
I've got all the wood, so I'm gonna do that.
Oh, fine. I'll help with the tents.
Tunnel formation.
Yeah, I'll help with the tents.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Internet, please cooperate.
Right. So, Otto wants to help with tents. What did you say, Kyan?
Tents.
Tents.
Tunnel
Priority seems to
formation.
be tents. Tunnel formation.
I'll deal
Oh,
with it.
like you did on the mountaintop.
Yes. Ooh, keep all the heat in.
Well, that's not gonna do much good with the fire.
No, what he means is he's blocking the only way the wind can come in with tents so that it doesn't blow the fire out.
Okay, so you spend the next hour setting up your camp. You'll have no, put the tent over there scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Rill being Rill kind of is wandering around. And Thorin, you want to try and use what you got for a fire.
Yeah. Very small one. So that I can make this tinder last as long as possible.
Oops, I accidentally summoned a horse.
Well, what are you burning other than the tinder then?
That is actually a really good question. Give me a
Got a
sec.
bunch
while-
of like little twigs and stuff, but they're not gonna make a long-lasting fire for you.
Oh. I'm wondering if I have any of that.
At a rough estimate, it will last long enough to cook something to eat.
Hold on. What do I have on me? Not much. I left all my hops back at the freaking back with the horse. Damn it. I still have some oil left for my hooded lantern.
That might be useful at some point.
I set that aside, and then I look at everybody else. Does anybody else have anything else we can burn?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's my explorer's pack. Never mind. I look at them. Even a couple the wood from a couple torches or something like that would be nice.
What do I have again?
Otherwise, this would be a very short fire that will only last long enough to cook something for supper before it goes out.
We have rations.
Otto mentions, it's probably better to save the wood that we have than to light a fire.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case we actually need it.
Let's see here.
Shrug.
Lamb, fishing tech. Oh, bear trap.
Just because of how hard it is to get wood around here.
I just stare at Cayenne with like the dirtiest look when I hear bear trap.
Look, he ain't gonna use it. He drowned.
I immediately raise both eyebrows. We just
Thorin.
freaking
Enough.
dealt with. I give Zoho a
Thorin.
flat look. It's a bear trap. We could have done something about that giant.
No.
I highly doubt a bear trap would have slowed it down.
That
At
would have
best, it would
bit
hurt
him
his
on the
pinky
toe at best.
Yeah.
It would be
water
enough to
skin,
distract him or
3.
immobilize the mammoth a little bit.
3
I think it would be
torches.
the equivalent of you putting your foot on a mousetrap.
Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that still hurts.
Sudden sharp pain, but easily resolved.
Well,
But like a mousetrap draws quite a bit of blood.
My common clothes, my 2
Anyways.
costumes, a book in Dwarven I can't read. Why do I have a book in Dwarven I can't read? We'll figure that one out later.
I offered to teach you as long as you taught me Elven.
Yes, and we were doing that. We stopped. We're currently here. That ain't continuing until we get back. I think this is one of the things from that section where we got the scroll and the dragon part.
And all the books that the couple books you decided to take.
The only thing I took was from that storage room. I didn't take anything from the kobolds.
Yeah, you took a couple scrolls and a. I could have sworn you took a couple books.
No,
No,
I
that
didn't.
Cayenne didn't take anything from kobolds. It was that room in the vault.
Yeah, I just have to ask for whatever this book is.
Anyway.
I guess no fire then. So who's gonna do the first watch?
I will. All of you taken some hits. And currently I'm the only one who wasn't hit. I'll take the first watch. You all need rest.
We should all.
And you
take
can tell by
turns.
his expression that he is not taking no for an answer.
Fine. I'll take the second watch. We don't need you exhausted as well.
I'll take third.
I look at Cayenne.
Otto?
Okay.
Very well. Very well.
So,
You taking the last watch, Cayenne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Soho first. Cayenne last.
Thorin second.
Yeah, I noticed. Right, so. I believe the agreement. Well, you had rations for breakfast, so you don't need to eat them now.
I
So,
just noticed I had something I could have used in the middle of the fight.
Don't worry
it's
about
too
it.
late now. Don't worry about it. So, it's not long before the sun quickly drops. Yes, the sun just randomly dropped out of the sky. No.
What the?
It's It's quickly that the sun drops below the horizon line as the shadow of the rock quickly kind of extends out over your camp. Oh god. Yes.
The boulder on one side of our camp is now enshadowing the camp.
Yeah. Until the sun finally sets
Yeah.
and a clear night sky takes hold.
Mhm.
I will need Zoho. You're doing first watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you have a position in mind?
Position?
As you have, well, you could attempt. Well, you can stay like next to the tent. Like you can stay in the tents, next to the tents, away from the tents.
Why did
You could
would
sit on top of the
position
rock if you
matter?
want. I'm
I
wondering
would sit
what
on
your
top of the rock then. What? Does
It's
position
It's not whether
matter?
it matters. It's what Zoho would. What would Zoho do on? What's Zoho doing on his watch?
He'd be on top of the rock meditating. What's Abakat say resting on his lap? Potential. Potential. Fog cloud. Thunderclap. Fog cloud and thunderclap. No, that probably won't work. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? There has to be something we're missing. Be nice if I could cause an avalanche, but I'm probably the only one of the group that can outrun it. What can I do?
So, can I have a perception from you as well while you're up there?
Me.
Okay. As the sun finally completely vanished, is gone quite quickly. The top of the rock is a bit more exposed, and you feel a chill. But to be honest, even though it's chill, it's keeping you awake and active as you're.
He just
And
balanced
the
himself tighter in his winter clothes.
As
There
in,
has to be a way to entrap it. A place where they are isolated, not so far out in the open. We have to observe their patterns. It'll probably take a day or two.
breathe in and out.
He's just still thinking.
You think for a while, and thinking passes the time quite quickly. It's a clear
Only-
night. It's pretty peaceful. It becomes.
Sabakaze.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. You can ask.
Sabakaze, can I ask you for advice?
You know she's listening, even if she doesn't answer.
I know you can't give me the clear, direct answer. You know I have potential, but do you have any advice on what we should do? We know we can't hunt them out in the open. We're too exposed. My mind is telling me that we should at least try and memorize their patterns. Find a point in those patterns where they are defenseless. But my problem is, would we have enough rations to, you know... I don't want us to starve and die out here. I know there's something we're missing.
The only reply you get from Sabakaze is, step 1 would be to survive.
I
Then
thought
you
that
can
would...
then you think about the rest.
Very well. It'll be hard to survive out here. No wood for fires. Barely any. But the mammoths... they have to have some place to eat. Some place to drink. We find that, we find them. But we'd probably also find the frost giants in turn. I think it's near the end of my shift. Thank you for your counsel, Sabakaze.
Yeah, you got the only word she's going to give you at this point. However, at the end of your shift, as you stand up and turn to, well, you're a monk, you can just drop down.
Yeah.
You catch a glint out the corner of your eye.
He turns. Huh?
You stop yourself from dropping down.
Yeah, he noticed the glint.
Okay, so just as you're about to step off and drop down, and you catch you momentarily pause. You turn around properly to Fate, see what you think you saw. There is a blue hue on the horizon line.
Hmm? What is that? He looks towards the camp, then back to the blue hue. Sabakaze. I need Longstrider.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you're just casting Longstride.
And heading towards the blue hue.
Okay. So, rather than jumping down into camp, you head down the other way. As you drop down, the hue disappears.
Huh?
As in your view can't see it. And Longstrider is the
Additional 10 feet.
additional 10 feet. Is it, let me just check one thing. Yeah, it's just the additional 10 feet. So you are you in a rush, or just giving yourself a little boost?
Just a boost.
Okay, so you head over towards where you saw the blue hue. As you crest the next,
Crest the next hilltop.
yeah, the next hilltop. Thank you. I may be a bit sleepy. You see the blue hue is on the horizon again. You keep going along this. It drops back down to cover. How long are you going to head in this direction? A few minutes? Are you going to like take up the second whole of a second shift? How
What?
interested? How much time are you going to spend heading this way?
A few minutes, I think. I don't know.
Okay, so you're not. So you.
Do I
find
risk
yours-
it? You're basically asking, do I risk this one level of exhaustion for this?
No, I'm asking, are you going to eat into the next watch? And if so, are you eating into it by a couple of minutes, or are you going like a full hour investigation?
Full hour.
Okay, so if you're spending a full hour, which is the duration of Longstrider, you come out like further along this hilly region to a slightly higher vantage point, and the blue hue is crystal clear. It's still on the horizon line,
What
but
is
from
that?
this angle, it's not a steady. It's not a steady, like, solid light. It's pulsating.
What is that?
It's like slowly going, like, dimming, brightening up, and then dimming back down. Never actually completely goes off.
I'm sorry. So it's a pulsing light that after a few minutes just goes off?
No, it never
Is that what
completely goes off, but from this new angle you get after traveling a bit over the hill terrain, you know, like, you can get to a point where you can actually. It's still on the horizon because it's of how far away it is, but you can see that it's not solid light. It's actually dimming and brightening up,
But never fully going out.
never fully going out. It's like a slow pulse.
Sabakaze, are you seeing this as I am? The blue light.
Can't really see anything from here.
It keeps dimming and brightening. It's almost like a beacon?
Well, it's your
What
choice,
is-
whatever you do. I don't have the answers.
I shouldn't stray too far from the camp, though. But who knows when I'll see that blue light again? Do we risk it? Like, what direction is he seeing the blue light from the camp?
Based on the little mini-map thingy, it would be... I don't want to put part of thing down, I just want a... So, this little... I'm gonna zoom in, so... I didn't realize how small I made this. So, roughly this direction. If you can see this.
Wait a
line.
minute. Isn't that in the direction of the Goliath camp?
It's kind of. This is not a 2 scale.
Hmm.
It's effectively between the path you took from the Goliath camp. So, yeah, if I put in the extra
So it's in between?
dots. So, yeah. It's not in the direction of the Goliath camp, it's off-center, but it's
Right about here?
From your perspective, it's between. From your perspective, it's. How do I say? If say the Goliath camp was directly east, for example, so
Mm-hmm.
it's more. It's east northeast. So it wouldn't put you on a direct line towards the Goliath camp. It would be offset.
But I want to know where that is, what it is. The others. What do I want to do? What should I do? He shivers from the cold that he's probably feeling.
Yeah, it is a bit nippy. When your brain's occupied, you forget about these things.
I want to keep going towards it, though. I don't know why. But I want to know what that is. Does that sound normal, Sabakaze?
She doesn't respond this time.
He just looks towards the blue light. What are you? From where he is, how long would it take him to head towards the blue light, or is it probably impossible right now?
Judging by.
Is there like a set destination? Because you said it was on the horizon, which means it's probably very far off.
Yeah, it's not going to be like an hour there and back. It'll be from. Trying to think of a good way of doing this.
Half a day's journey from camp.
It's from Zoho's perspective. So give me a second. Roll me just an intelligence check.
Intelligence check?
Yeah, just straight up roll intelligence.
He's not good at that. Why do I roll?
Right, so Zoho reckons that it is from where the camp is to where it is. He thinks it would take him another 2 hours
2 hours?
from where you are now at your at Zoho speed.
And if he
So-
dashes? 1 hour,
If he-
probably?
If he dashes, an hour to an hour and a half.
Well,
If you go
You're
now,
right,
you're
it is
effectively
when-
leaving the group.
eh.
For the night, you will hit that. You will basically not gain your long rest.
If you want to know, you want to know, man.
Yeah, it's still your decision. I'm just letting you know. If you go, you will gain the level of exhaustion because you will lose your long rest. Everyone else will probably get theirs, but you would be.
Not watching over them.
That's not a concern.
They're
Right now.
fine.
Not to mention you didn't wake the next person up, so they're sleeping through the night.
Yeah, Zoho's not going to know what the hell happens there.
Why? Why?
Put it this way: Zoho can make it there and back again before everyone wakes up. Like,
Why did you wake us up for
If we-
for our shift? I wanted to let you sleep. And they'll never know.
I love
Why? I didn't
Mouse.
wake.
It's
Right.
your choice.
Yeah,
Don't
it
let
is
us
your
influence
choice.
you.
Yeah.
If you really want to do
Stop.
it, do it.
Right.
It just makes it more interesting.
Josh, shush, top, shush. Zoho's choice.
Yep.
He can do it in the night without anyone realizing if he wants to. It's his choice.
Besides, they all agreed on shifts, didn't they?
Yes, but you have to remember to wake people up.
Gosh darn it. They need their rest. They were the ones that got hurt the most. They need it more than I do. Step of the wind. Dash.
Oh shit! Well, this is gonna get
Leaves a
interesting.
cloud of powder
Okay,
behind
so-
him.
Are you gonna recast Longstrider as well if you want to do this as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Because you basically use one use of Longstrider right now. But I think it
Mhm.
was only one charge per use.
So,
Yeah.
is this going to continue with his story period because we're all asleep?
Yeah, this bit is apparently going to be happening while everyone's asleep, none the wiser.
I'm going to
Let
step
me
away. I'm just gonna
quickly-
mute and step away. You guys
You're
have
gonna
fun.
go do food.
Yeah, well, something else, but yes.
Don't take too long. Right, so Zoho, going full pound, knowing that they need the rest, you have decided to go it alone to find out where the fuck this light is coming from. So you travel for. You're basically going to spend key. You'll use the rest of your key up for
Not
Step of the
the
Wind.
Not the rest.
You don't have to use Step of the Wind though. You can just use normal action dash.
Yeah.
So somewhere between another hour and I think about an hour and a half, roughly, because it's not, and a few charges from. So you used one. You've got 6 charges total. Each one's last an hour. Yeah, you've got more than enough charges to keep. You would basically get there and back and have 1 charge left.
Yeah.
If you want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, just making a quick note of that. So, you head towards the blue and glow, and it seems to grow. Perspective-wise, it gets bigger, and at a certain point, it kind of disappears altogether. In the sense of once you're that close to it, and where are you? I need to. drag you over here.
Yeah, when it vanishes, he's like, huh? And he slows down, looking
Yeah,
around.
there's a moment of like you've entered the radius, so to speak.
Huh? The glow's not... I don't see the glow anymore. And he just looks around. What the...
Everything has a slight blue tint to it.
These writings...
Question, Mouse, have you ever been skiing / snowboarding?
I've seen people ski and snowboard, yes.
You haven't been yourself.
No.
I'm not sure whether. So,
I know pizza french fry, but that's it.
right, you know the goggles they wear, they have colored tint on them, right?
Yes.
Right, so what happens when you've been wearing those goggles a long time? The colored tint makes your, like, eyesight...
It makes your vision briefly look like the color of the tent, right? Everything looks blue, everything looks red,
because it's
etc.
been filtering out a bunch of other stuff. When you take them off, everything still has that like tint to it. That's what I'm getting at. And as you look around, you should now be on a new page compared to everyone else.
Yeah, I am.
Very well. Behold, large. Well, for now, large rocks.
It's the same in comparison to the rocks.
That's a whole bunch of stuff on, like, carved in these rocks.
Are they glowing blue?
Yeah.
This is the blue glow I saw from afar. Though... He just tilts his head. I cannot read these.
You cannot.
But you can copy them.
He fishes out his notebook that he keeps on him.
Alright, so you're gonna
And
start
starts
making
sketching
a...
them. And start sketching the rocks and also the writings.
Are you doing like a actual sketch of the scene from where you're standing, or are you going around and like jotting down like notes of the
Going around and
symbols
jotting
stuff?
down notes along with the letters that he's seeing. Maybe Otto or Cayenne could translate these. If these are giant, then maybe they could translate.
Can you roll an investigation then, please?
Okay. It's
None
a
of us can
plus
help you.
4. I know. I need to roll good. Oh no. It was almost an 11.
There's some funky glowing runes on these rocks. They're big. They're glowing. You spend an X amount of time doing so, copying as many as you can, kind of thing, making your notes and whatnot.
Yeah.
Before you go, before it occurs to your mind that maybe you should make sure you get back before people are likely to wake.
Okay, I've copied as much as I can for now. Should probably get back before the others realize I'm gone. He turns and starts
back the
heading
way you
back
came.
the way he came. Starts heading back the way he came. Hopefully these are enough.
Okay, so I believe you were at full health and stuff anyway.
Oh no.
So I need you to roll. I will need you. You will gain 1 level of exhaustion because you did not rest. The thing that you hate.
I do hate it.
So you have a 1.
Mobilize, grapple, frightened.
And
There
I
we
need
go.
you to roll for charges on Sabakaze because that is just.
Oh, roll
permanent.
1d6?
Yeah, the charges on them is recharge. Yeah,
They're recharged
okay,
back.
cool. No, 1d4. It's a die lower than whatever the max is, so it's a d4. So we'll just say +4, so it puts you at 5. Say you rolled the max on it.
Yay!
Because they come back on. It's not actually a long rest; it's a daily basis. And you head back. You find the camp pretty much as you left it. There is no signs of
Okay.
anybody else.
Okay, they haven't woken up yet. Okay,
Just
just.
funny enough, this
cool.
night someone decided to sleep.
No, Cayenne actually slept. Oh man.
Play cool. Play
So-
cool.
For everybody else, effectively, if you had exhaustion, you can.
It's
take
gone.
it off. Not you, Zoho. You gained it.
I know, but I'm saying for everyone else.
Long rest. I get my spells back.
So I'll take it off of Otto, seeing as Tubbs currently BRB. Mouse should be back on the correct page again, or the page everyone else was on.
Yeah. He's a little. He looks a little ragged, but he's trying to play it off. Emphasis on trying.
Everyone else can spend hit dice.
Wait, but long rest gives them back their health, right?
No, they'll get all their hit. Well, they can spend all their hit points, and then they'll get all their hit points back at the current time.
What? I'm confused.
Because I added the stamina to balance it out, you don't automatically restore straight to full. The
Oh,
odds of
that
you
means-
getting to full are high, and
Oh,
because
that
you're only level 6, you will get all your hit dice back for the next day anyway.
Oh yeah, Otto loses his level of exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I will have to do rolls. Oh, and you get your spell slots and stuff back. So,
I think Faye also went AFK.
Bleh.
Oh my.
Sure, let's roll all 6 because I get them back anyways.
yep. Oh, Faye's alive. Their HP updated.
Nee. Terp! Oh wait, Terp gained food. Eh. Nee.
I did roll and Kaite, so you also get your stamina back. Who's making poof noises?
Spitting.
Hey,
Gross.
What? Why are you spitting?
nails.
Gross. Everyone can hear you.
I have
Right,
a hangnail, leave me alone. I have
Right.
clippers available.
Eventually, everyone slowly wakes up. in whatever order to find Zoho is effectively back sitting on the rock, I'm guessing.
Yeah. He's like, oh, good morning. Though he's trying to play off his exhaustion, it's clear from his tone of voice. He's not. He is a little exhausted.
I raise an eyebrow.
Hmm.
What did you do?
I kept watch. You all needed the rest.
I raised the other eyebrow.
I'm serious. And he would know, and Thorin would notice, Zoho's eyes are both shut. No, really, I'm serious. You all needed the rest. You were all very much battered.
Can I tell if he's lying?
I have to roll
Sense
deception.
motive.
Actually, no. It's gonna work like this. If it's player versus player, you need to either the player themselves can just straight up be truthful and admit guilt if they want. Like, if you think that's what your character will do. If you don't, then
Insight.
it's insight versus their deception
Well, I am.
/ persuasion.
Oh, so I'm
Thorin
back high.
would call it out because this is out of character for Zoho.
And Josh,
So-
I heard it too.
Right. So hang on. So if
Anno
it would
needs
be,
to roll his hit dice.
so
how
if
much HP
Zoho
back?
doesn't want to admit fault, then Zoho needs to roll deception or persuasion, whichever one it is, and Thorin needs to roll insight. Whoever's got
Oh.
whoever's bigger wins.
I could still flub this, except for the fact that
Yeah.
because this is a
I rolled a
task.
5.
You cannot use your what's-it on it. You cannot guide yourself on this.
You can't use guidance on yourself.
Kai, you broke my token. I'm trying to click on it, and my stuff isn't popping up now.
My sheet says I'm at full HP, but my
Oh dear,
character
I can't
says
even
I'm
move
not.
my token.
It's probably to do with the freaking
desync of icons that we had earlier. Yeah,
Hold on,
Icon
I'm
is
gonna.
broken.
What
I'm
did you
gonna-
roll on your HP?
36. I'm pretty
I know
much.
what
to
you were
fu-
at. I know
Oh.
what you're at because I know what your HP was before.
I'm at 6. My full HP is 47. I basically healed.
So
to
you're just
full.
short.
Just yeah, by like
But-
the smallest.
You're just short.
Oh my gosh, this is.
And let's just.
I'm not gonna find my tokens because
I don't
I.
know.
Oh no.
Oh, now I can click on it the moment you.
Now there are
duplicated
two of them.
Oops, accidentally.
This is getting out of hand.
I'll
Now
put
there
that-
are 2 of them.
We should not have made this bucket.
Pray I do not alter it further.
Normal.
Hey,
Submit.
don't bring Nermal into this.
Insight.
She's really annoying.
Let's see if I beat him. Hey!
Yeah, you do.
I'm also rolling this because I don't freaking buy it either. Otto might be like out of the boonies, but he knows a lie's
He
win.
knows a lie when he hears it.
Yeah.
He also
Zoho's
sucked at
acting
lying.
weirdly a little out of character.
And
Kayan's
Cayenne
currently
is
sleeping.
still sleeping.
Yeah.
And so
Okay.
is Rill, probably. Rill's a heavy sleeper.
Well, she's usually last away, especially when it's fucking cold. So, you guys feel that Zoho is not being entirely honest with you.
This is more because this is out of character for Zoho, and I question that.
And he doesn't
because
lie
of my
often, so he's not very good
experience.
at it.
Yeah.
As they realize it's a lie, they notice Zoho's kind of swaying back and forth on the rock.
Otto's just got his arms crossed like an what's it called?
Uncle or something.
A disappointed father.
Zoho realizes the jig is up and he just... Alright, fine. I noticed something during my watch, and I forgot to wake the next person for the shift.
Crap.
But I also figured you all needed the rest, so I didn't wake you.
I appreciate it, but next time when you go out on your own, can you at least get somebody to watch? Because the camp was unguarded while you were away.
That is the case, but also consider this: none of you are harmed. I know it's considered a lucky coincidence, but still.
Coincidence of
just
being in the
rubs.
fucking middle of nowhere with nothing around.
He just rubs his eyes. Anyways, Otto. I was going to ask Cayenne once she was awake, but I have something to show you. And he reaches into his coat and takes out the notebook, flipping to the pages with the writings.
He raises an eyebrow.
There was a blue glow I noticed on the horizon, so I went to check it out. Thanks to my speed, I was able to get there and back here before you all woke.
I forget, did
Do you
anybody
recognize-
share that with the group?
Share what?
Sure,
We've
what?
seen the blue glow before.
Yes, I did in the
Yeah.
morning.
Sorry,
So,
did, but I
yeah.
can't remember if we shared it.
yeah,
I
that's,
did.
okay.
So the moment Zoho mentions blue glow, is there a reaction from Thorin?
Yes. I start for a second and then decided to poke Cayenne, be like, wake up.
Wake up, Miss Toadstool. Anyway.
Anyways, I followed that blue glow. Thanks to my speed, it didn't really take long. And I found these rocks with strange writing on them. And they were glowing that same blue glow I saw earlier. When I got close enough, well, the glow diminished a lot. That's not the point. The point is the writings here. I managed to jot them down. I couldn't really tell what they are, what language they're in. Do you recognize them?
Yeah, so, boss man, do I recognize any of the symbols?
Boss.
They're giant runes.
Okay, what do they say?
Wait a minute while I get my book.
Do you
Oh,
relay
it-
that they're...
It seems to
they're-
be giant. Give me a bit. I don't
This is
really
the new
come.
book.
I don't really come across giant writing very often. They don't really write very often, as far as I know.
Could you hold this for a moment? I feel like I'm about to collapse right now. I'm very tired.
He takes the book, starts reading it, inspecting it.
He just slumps against Thorn. Sorry, dizzy spell. I'll be fine. The price I pay for going at night without a rest. Damn my curiosity or whatever.
Basically, Otto starts grabbing a pen and starts scribbling the translations alongside the runes themselves.
I'm going to assume it's the new one.
Can Otto...
Is Cayenne awake?
No.
I poked Cayenne.
Can...
If it was real, you would have an elf biting your finger.
DM needs to speak. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Zoho, did you... write them in any particular order?
He wrote them as he saw them,
So...
and he kept them separated
not knowing-
based on what was. He kept them separated based on what rock they were imprinted on.
Okay, so... Otto, can you roll me a...
History?
Burritoed Kaibold.
Insight.
Insight, okay.
Can I help?
No, because you can't read it.
Should I wait for Cayenne and maybe get assistance from them?
I'm going to say no this time.
Yeah, I'm
I
too.
want
I'm
people to do it
honestly
themselves once.
my character is too intrigued anyway. Let's go for it. Yay! I mistranslated.
It's a 10.
Right. They're not right. So it's not necessarily sentences, words, the kind of written thing that you're used to.
Yeah.
They are various runes representing certain things rather than necessarily straight up text.
But like actions instead of words.
No, they are words, but it's not in like in sentences and stuff. They're like correspond to specific things.
Okay.
The ones that you recognize is you have the dragon rune,
Okay.
the frost rune, the journey rune, life,
All the ones that Otto actually recognizes, he's writing alongside the ones that he's recognizing.
yeah, I'm giving you the list of the ones that you recognize. Sacred, stone. Yeah, that's the ones you've got.
Those?
Sacred, not secret.
Oh, sacred.
Why does this description sound a lot like the doorway or the arch that we went through?
Oh, yeah? So there's a gate here? Huh.
I'm not sure. I can't make heads or tails of it because I can't understand half of it. I'm going to need some help to try again on some of the tougher ones.
Then we're gonna have to wake our resident sorcerer up.
I poke Cayenne again.
He sees the burritoed Kaibold.
Not Kaibold. Goliath.
No, burritoed Kaibold.
Come on.
You mean
Kobold Cayenne.
Oh,
Hey,
I see the text.
Hey, did Cayenne turn into a kobold?
Yes.
Yeah, so that they can enjoy the blankets more.
I poked Cayenne. Do I get a response?
Roll it to hit.
Roll to hit.
No, you are
Are you-
unconscious.
No, I want
If
to.
you are still asleep, you are unconscious. There is no
Yeah.
need.
Yes, I know, but I want to see.
Advantage.
Yes, but I want to see how she reacts.
Okay, so I do it with advantage. Fine.
You
'Cause you're
don't want.
unconscious.
In that case,
Rolling
you don't
to
want
hit.
Zoho poking you.
Rolling to hit for a poke. Right.
Okay. Okay, you poke her eye. Ah!
Trying to keep it interesting, are we?
That's a shame because
I
Otto wanted to
I
try something.
psychically hit the tent.
No, it's a meaty kobold finger poking Kaibold in the snoz.
That is a shame because Otto wanted to try something if it didn't work.
Right.
Well,
Not
it's
something
late now.
mean. Not something mean.
Poke the Kaibold on the snoz.
Right, we're getting a bit chaotic. Can we just
Yeah.
Sorry.
get focus back, please?
I'm still on GM. Rip. Well, basically, Cayenne shot a psych ball at the tent.
Why?
I'm just like
I got
staring.
startled.
We need your help. Zoho stayed up all night and did something stupid.
yes,
Ancient
I am
writings.
And Cayenne would see the monk swaying to and fro. Writings. Giant.
I am not carrying
need a
you
nap.
like I carried Lume.
No, that won't be necessary. I'm still awake. Still awake. He slumps against Thorn again.
I am okay.
I feel like garbage.
I shouldn't be laughing, but the first thing that comes to mind now is we jumped out a window.
All right, yeah.
Okay, what runes they're writing or what?
Giant writing.
He shows him the book with the writing
Yes,
on it.
the notebook with the giant.
See, I got
Favorite
some of
time.
them, but I need a little help to translate some of the harder ones.
I look.
So far, there are 6.
The player looks at God. Arcana?
You want to roll an Arcana? Is that the
Yes.
question?
Do you?
You can roll an
Can I?
Arcana.
Yeah, can I roll an Arcana? Cause she does the closest thing she has is, according to your logic, is deep speech, and that's not giant.
You can roll an Arcana.
Okay.
I will assist with my own knowledge of the language.
Do I get advantage?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Roll it. Nat 20.
That doesn't mean anything.
But it's a nat 20.
I know it, guys.
25.
You don't know how to read giant,
Uh-huh.
But auto helping?
but based on your arcane knowledge, you would think that these were used for some kind of magical purpose, in the sense that, from what Otto was telling you, they don't seem to be making sentences and whatnot. They just seem to be specific words. And based on the fact that I'm assuming you pass on the knowledge that they're fucking glowing and things, they have some
Zoho
correlation.
does mention they were
Wait.
glowing. Zoho did mention they were glowing.
Hang on. Are you pulling some Sanity's Requiem shit on us right now?
I don't have a clue
What?
what you're talking about.
There's a game I know, to make to weave
Doesn't
spells.
matter. I don't have a fucking clue. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
I'm wondering if that's the way you're formatting it. I'm not saying you know that or not.
I wouldn't know. I am not familiar.
Yeah. Basically, to weave spells, you have to know at least 3 words, and they have to coincide with each other. When put together, they
No,
make a
no,
specific spell.
No. Anyway, back to the game.
Yes.
Yeah. So your Arcana is telling you this is used for some sort of fucking magic bullshittery.
Okay, if I recall back to the gate, the adamantine one, what was that written in? Is arcane rune?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
I do mention it reminded me of the gate too.
Don't think anyone knew that one.
No, I believe
It was the.
you said the closest was deep speech, and they only partially understood it.
Yeah,
No, the writing on Sabaka's headstone was primordial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about on the gate itself.
On the gate itself, I don't think anyone could interpret them.
Yeah.
I could tell that
Danny,
they were
they
arcane runes
were-
at best. That
No, Danny did some studying. Whether she interpreted them or
She
not,
did not share it with us.
she didn't
Yeah.
share.
I know they were
These are
arcane.
definitely giant. The gate was something even you could not decipher between any of you.
Yeah, I got nothing other than it's
It was
Base.
very, very ancient language.
Yeah.
Based on
That
our
was about all you
extrapolations,
got.
are we able to translate just a few more words because of correlation?
Of correlation, what in the sense of
If I-
Since he's identified it to be like something for magic.
you mean you want to go over it again to see if you can figure
yeah.
out if any of these are meant to go together?
Exactly, yeah.
Zoho, you separated them out on separate stones in the way you set it up. So, like, ABC is on one, XYZ is on another. Groups. Correct?
Mouse?
Hmm.
You separated the stones in columns on their own, right?
Yes. That is what Zoho did. He didn't know they had to be properly paired or not. He just wrote them as he saw them.
So each stone corresponding to one section of text.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay, so. How am I gonna. This would be.
I misheard that. All I'm thinking of is swiggity.
Hmm.
Wiggity swooty.
Right. So, looking through them again, and based on the way Zoho went around writing them down and grouping them up,
Hmm.
Sacred Stone goes together in one grouping in that order.
Okay, Sacred and Stone.
And Frost and Life are grouped together. And then the other two are in individuals.
Hmm.
So there's like 7 groups of text. So that would leave 3 with unknowns?
Yeah.
No, wait. Hang on. Let me check notes.
3 with unknowns, 2 without pairs.
Yeah, so Sacred and Stone appear together. The 2 without pairs. Frost and Life appear together. Stone is repeated on a couple of other ones. And there's another symbol. There's another couple of symbols that repeat in various groups, but of ones that you don't know.
Can we translate that one based on the lettering of the other ones?
They're runes. They're
Oh, okay, yeah, no, so they're...
yeah. It's not text, so you wouldn't
Yeah,
be able
yeah.
to do the like Enigma code and
Yeah. I tried! I fucking tried.
But
Yeah.
the thing that stands out is that it's all like, it's just these two, based on the way they've been copied down and the fact that they're grouped together and stuff, seem to go together.
So,
Maybe.
as far as I know it, there's one, and he points to the one prevalent symbol that keeps reappearing. This seems to be appearing the most out of all of them. If I had to guess, considering it's supposed to be something to do with magic, that it might refer to magic or something important to the magic's effect, like what it's supposed to do specifically.
Hmm.
But I can't make heads or tails based on the words we have translated.
Is it possible to translate more of them, Otto?
It's really hard. You don't see giant text very often.
Oh. If only we had someone who was an expert.
We are not getting her involved either way. She's probably trying to find this shit anyways, and we still don't know what her end goal is.
Yep.
Zoho, where was the one with this? Points at the sacred stone rune.
Yes, good question. For all we know, you might have copied it down incorrectly, and that's why I'm having trouble reading it.
So you want to know where I found the rocks?
Please.
I can fix. I want to know position. So we can either wait until this structure is probably not going to move. We could probably go hunt a mammoth. Though with you as you are, we probably should wait.
We would we should probably at least identify what it looks like in the daytime as well, just so that we can...
I understand. You wish to see them for yourself. Fortunately, I know which way I followed. Though at all of your speeds, you'll probably take longer to get there and back to the cabin. Next question. Who's going to wake up Rill? Long pause. Cause it's not gonna be me. I'm too tired.
I'm gonna save you the time because she's not here.
Oh no!
Will
Wait,
slowly
what?
gets up on her own while you're doing all this shenanigan.
Do we
I'm
find
saying
it?
Rill's gonna wake up before you get a chance to wake her up.
Oh,
'Cause I'm not going through that shenanigan. She's not here.
Yeah.
To do.
Yeah,
I
right.
just realized now would be a good time to use our rations, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do it on breakfast time.
Yeah.
Should probably take note of how many rations people have left as well.
I do know how much I have left.
Do you know how much everyone else has left?
No. That's... yeah.
Give me a minute. Roll20 likes to take its time to load up character sheets.
Yeah,
I
once you
noticed.
load your character sheet, I never actually closed them.
Yeah,
Unless
same.
Actually, did I ever explain that? If you double click the top where you can drag it around the screen, it just doesn't minimize it without actually closing it.
Oh, I learned that day one without needing that.
Or you can pop it out as a separate tab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I do, yeah.
I pop it out as a separate tab so I can move it around. If I have to.
I keep it back up of my inventory because my inventory keeps growing for some reason.
I had that on your one shot, didn't I?
I may have
Yes.
shoved
What was
my...
your spell list?
I may have shoved my consumable herbs and stuff into the group loot under the tree stuff because it was starting to get unbearably long.
I haven't had
Unless-
really much grow. And I have a bag of holding to shove my shit into.
Lucky.
I got lucky and finally found one.
I need one. Anyway, moving on. So do we make our way over there now or after breakfast, or are we going to prep for
After
mammoth?
breakfast.
I assume you're gonna head over there after breakfast.
Yeah.
I want to know roughly where it is in the daytime as well.
So, you guys have your breakfast, wait for Rill to actually start moving even though she's awake. Pack up camp, and we're going on a detour to new location.
Mm-hmm.
Zoho gets to lead the way.
Otto mentions,
Oh, shit.
for all we know, this might be
How
the
dare-
location that the Giants were going to give us anyways.
You mean the
we're-
Goliaths?
If we're lucky,
That's what I meant, yes.
if we're lucky, yay. If not, well, we should. If we're lucky, yay. Either way, we should still just get the mammoth.
Agreed.
Them to look after.
I'd rather not piss them off.
We need them to look after Lumi.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they'll do that with or without you. That should have been clear.
Thanks, God.
Um,
Are you really that salty about the chicken?
So,
No arguing.
Not.
Zoho leads you. It does take longer with the group. Also, the not running. So your total time was about an hour, 3.5. No, wait, no, not.
He said it
3.5.
would have been
2.5.
if he walked
Two.
slowly. Or walked regularly.
And an hour
2
be
to
dashed,
2.5
which he did.
from the camp. I'm working out of.
Yeah.
So, and that was dashing at an extra, almost double the pace. So it'll be 4 hours at least to get there. During the daytime, you do not notice it. You cannot notice the glow. So, sun up, the glow, you can't see on the horizon. But you're easily enough able to effectively retrace your steps, Soho. Considering it was pretty much a straight line, and wasn't that long ago.
And it wasn't
So,
featureless land.
The whole group.
Oh.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Why do those look like Digata stones?
Yeah, they
This
were.
is
they
just.
looked very-
I totally did not steal this from the internet. These
Uh,
before people delve into it, these shapes mean nothing.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, these looked more impressive when I found them last night. It was because they were glowing, but yeah, these are the rocks. And he just walks over to one of the unmarked rocks, like this one, just lies on it. I'm just gonna rest my eyes a bit. Have fun.
Okay, where's Sacred Stone?
Points to random point, like start searching.
Yeah, Otto just starts looking at the rocks.
You can. I think you can use the notebook as a reference with the ones you translated.
Yeah, but I'm the one who translated them, so I could probably identify them without that.
I just step at Zoho. You better nap, or I'm gonna knock you out so you do nap while we deal with this.
Zoho just reaches over and grabs Thorin and just goes, "That's what I'm trying to do. Please don't bother me."
I
Please.
throw my bedroll at him. It's like, cover your face with this so you can at least sleep.
The moment he's hit with it, he just goes.
And he's
Okay.
gone.
I cover him with the bedroll so he doesn't freeze. Jeez.
Right. So, I'm guessing everyone else is going to have to roll an investigation then.
Yeah. All I see is Master's token, by the way.
Well, you don't really need tokens.
Yeah.
You can't just do it from your character sheet. But seeing as I'm a nice DM and all,
Ah,
So
that's
what
that 12
was
looks like.
the roll again? Sorry.
investigation.
Yes,
Thank you.
this I can do guidance on, but do I want to? It all depends on what I get. Oh hell, why not? This is one of those rare times where it's actually worth it. Yeah.
Wait.
I was half expecting a 1.
Oh, it's history for that. Okay.
Oh, actually, I can do that though, because it is stonework.
Yeah, but
Do you want me to, or do you just want me to do with investigation?
it's not history, so that's what I was checking is what type of roll. Okay. Oh, so we got. So 14 plus 2. Okay. So Otto and Cayenne, you are able to figure out which grouping of nodes goes to which rock.
Okay.
Um, Foreign, you notice something is off with these stones from your dwarven perspective. Not the rune part, but the stones themselves.
I would like to investigate the stones now.
You're already investigating stones. I'm just trying to think of how to phrase
Word
this. As you're checking the different stones that have the runes, you notice something slightly off, and upon a bit more inspection, you get the feeling that this is all one stone, or used to be.
Can I, by looking at it, piece together what goes where?
How much time do you want to spend doing it?
I would like to let Zoho sleep as long as possible right now. So I'm gonna take as much time as I need to.
Okay, we'll go with an hour then.
Do I need to roll anything?
Roll another investigation.
Normal or advantage? Given that I already know what I'm looking at.
Just a regular,
Okay.
because now you have a specific thing you're looking for.
Oh, jeez.
Fucking dwarfs and their stones.
I don't need guidance on this one. This is like perfectly
Do it
fine.
anyways.
Yes, this isn't a rock, this is a boulder.
Do it for the memes.
I swear, if I get another nat 4, I'm gonna just shit myself. Okay, good. No.
Right.
Oh, that would be too much.
Right. These stones go together kind of like once you spending an hour, like, they are huge in comparison to you. But you're basically able to figure out that they stack.
Ooh.
As in, you find one that is like clearly. You're able to find the one that would be the base that is in the earth itself. Like you can and it's actually like would be fixed. The others, spending time like looking, the writing itself was clearly done afterwards. The writing does not correspond to, so it's not like a cube with writing on like here, and then like that, and then that. The writing isn't connected like that. But by examining them a bit more closely and from different angles, you realize that it looks like they were effectively one tall
was a
effectively
totem.
pillar.
It's a totem, basically.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it like an Inuit totem?
And it is no, it is huge. Like the base of the one that's fixed in the floor. Walking around it, it's like it's probably about a 40-foot diameter. No, not diameter. Yeah, diameter. At least 40-foot diameter. And you've got 7 that's like another 7 pieces, I think it was. Yeah, 7 stones bearing. No, 7 including the base, sorry. And they clearly stacked up. And you're looking at. Oh, fucking brain's failing to do math right now.
But if it's a 40-foot diameter, that implies that the height's gonna be, 7 pieces equal size or close to.
No,
probably
they're
over
different.
100
They're
foot.
different size. They're all very big, but they're different sizes.
Well, I'm betting over 100 foot.
I think it comes out to about 200 feet.
I am going to take out my little notebook and pencil that I won from the fair and write everything down in order and then stack it as it would have been in the original construction.
So to
And
try,
then I'm going to show it to Otto and Cayenne.
well,
You,
while he,
you estimate it would have been about 200 feet tall.
Jeez.
but while
I
he's
would have taken a really big giant to write that. I wouldn't want to meet that guy.
No,
While he's
I
doing
said
that-
the runes don't correspond to being like written around a cylinder.
Okay.
They're on all surfaces, so the runes were done after.
Well, I'm gonna write everything down in order in the notebook, and so that it can be stacked afterwards to showcase how it would have sat.
So while he's doing that, Otto's looking for the words, because that's what originally they came for. And while he's looking for the words, and he's looking in the book, he's starting to say them out in Giant. As it's kind of like a practice for him. It's like, yes. Stone, sacred stone, sacred stone. Oh yeah, there it is, sacred stone. It's like, kind of like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Otto's talking aloud as he's inspecting. I said you and Kyan are able to kind of like figure out which grouping of text went to which stone.
Yeah. Or for what I could translate, anyway.
And
Because I don't know how long they're taking to do that. I'm just gonna wait for the moment.
so we said you're going to be spending an hour during this investigation,
Yeah.
so they've got an hour to
Inspect the
they-
letters, yeah.
So, spending an hour,
Do we make any,
you
do we make any headway in translating anything more?
not within the hour.
Okay.
Like Foreign takes the most part of the hour figuring out that they stack.
I just figured
or at
maybe
least the stone used to stack.
yeah, I just figured maybe some of these symbols weren't written down as accurately as they should be, so that I could read them better. Because he doesn't recognize the language.
You find a couple of runes that Zoho missed. seeing as you're spending an hour here, it's all like you've got the groups and stuff, and you realize Zoho missed a couple of runes.
Okay.
Neat.
You find. Hang on, where's the list gone? You find a rune that you know means giant.
Oh, giant. That makes sense, yes. Mm-hmm. Does it pair with anything? Giant dragon. Oh my gosh, I would be fucking shitting that though.
Going back to my page again. Give me a second.
I swear, Kai, if you give us giant dragon as a pairing.
Giant is paired with Journey.
Okay. Giant journey or journey giant doesn't matter.
Don't think it matters in this case.
Okay.
And you find that one of the stones has frost and life together.
Oh,
So
we already had
we
that.
find the stone that has frost and life on it. Okay.
What's that? The pairing I gave you already.
Yeah, you give us Sacred Stone, Frost Life, Journey, and Dragon.
Giant journey and dragon.
Well,
far.
well now it's
so
now
far,
it's Giant
so
Journey.
far, so far.
Yeah, those two are separate. Those are the ones that you you recognize, Otto. You don't seem to be seeing much of a pattern. It's kind of like they're kind of like plastered on these stones from where they lay. Effectively, as I said, for foreign purposes, the runes are clearly after they fell down.
Okay.
Do we find the dragon one?
Roll one more investigation, you two, seeing as you're spending an hour.
Okay.
Public, normal.
Alright.
21.
I'm
Do I
a
need to
translator
roll
only. I
anything?
find nothing.
No, I'm asking for them while they're investigating, because you spend a good hour.
Zoho's still napping.
Yes.
You notice a face.
What kind of face, God?
Carved into the stone. A big face.
You mean this one right here, where this is eyes, and this
Oh,
is
there you go. You finally noticed it.
the nose. I actually noticed it a while ago.
I haven't entirely been paying attention.
Huh. Okay, what's plastered to him?
What's on his forehead?
Frost.
Oh, great, frost giant. I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I look for another
There
face.
are multiple faces carved throughout the rocks.
Yeah. Yes, there are. I see one on the farther back one, and the farthest back one looks like it has a vague face as well, but it looks a little bird-like.
Wait, which one are you looking at?
The
The
one
one in the
without
middle back.
runes. The ones without runes. Yeah, that one. Looks like it has a beak instead of a nose. Let me be a little bit more descriptive here. Eye, head crest,
Oh no, I see what you.
beak.
No, no, it's not a crest. That's why.
That's a nose.
That's a nose.
Okay. You see my mistake though. It looks like a beak.
Yeah, I see. I see why your perspective is doing that.
Yeah.
It's just a perspective thing.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what you discover over the hour. Zoho gets you a short rest at this point,
Well, you know what we have to do.
which
It doesn't get rid of the exhaustion, does it?
No, but I think it gives you your key back, if I remember correctly.
It does.
Well, you know what we have to do with these rocks, right? We need to do that.
And do what?
We're gonna combine!
It's always waking up. What?
We're gonna combine them.
Why?
I just stare at Otto. Come here, you yuts.
Okay, that one.
Hang
They're gonna
confused.
combine?
I
Well,
just,
Thorin hasn't told you anything about that.
No, I know.
That's why
I
saying
am
at the end of the hour.
literally just pulling this out of my ass. It's not actually.
Yeah,
I
but
just,
you don't have it in character, so shush.
Yes, I should have.
yeah.
So, Kai.
Yeah.
Since Kyan is seeing the face,
Yep.
if I look to the other stones, do I see different looking faces?
Other faces?
Yes.
No.
All around me are familiar faces.
Okay.
This is effectively the only one you need to worry about with face.
Okay.
So the one with the rune. Good to know.
Okay, so
Yeah, the one with the rune on his forehead.
okay, so Frost with the face. Gonna assume it means Frost Giant or Frost Clan. So how do they group themselves? Do you know? Because we know because we know about the hill giants. We know about fire giants.
Well, that thing that we fought was a frost giant.
Yeah, I know the thing we fought was a frost giant, but we also fought a hill giant, and then we nearly stumbled upon fire giants.
Yeah.
Are they just like different subspecies of each other? Do you know? Because I don't.
Am I being asked this? Is my character being asked
Yes.
this? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I don't know. Should I roll a history on this one?
So you can roll a history on this one. That's not a history, but it is a net one.
That was for the investigation.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I didn't see the faces.
You don't know about giants and this whole clan-like thing, but you remember Danny talking about people having elemental alignments or affinities.
But as far as I know, there isn't clans with different elements. But maybe giants are like us when it comes to elemental affinities. Maybe some of them are more inclined to be related to an element than others.
Okay, and just looks at you and blinks. Great. Fair.
I mean, the
Is the hour
places that we saw the
Yes,
giants,
the hour's done.
they were appropriate locations, correct? Like we found the lava giants underground in
Fire.
a giant
Oh,
lava.
you didn't find them. You never came into.
Okay,
We never
You were told
we never
about
came
them.
into We never came into contact, but we found the drop-off
Okay,
point
yes.
that led to an entrance to their domain.
Didn't we see them from a distance, though?
That I did.
Okay. Well, you probably related. And we found a hill giant in the hills. And we just met a frost giant in a tundra. They not only are they probably inclined to being that element, they're probably more inclined to being living in those elements. Probably more common and more comfortable for them.
Hmm. Oh, I can't read these for shit.
I speak up at this point. That's because you two thickwits have missed something important.
I didn't miss anything. I'm trying to translate as best as I can.
And that is the problem. You're not looking at the whole thing. I
It's
walk
kind of
over
hard to with a giant face.
Wait, they have giant faces?
Well, this one does.
What the?
I don't know how you missed that, Otto. I just shake my head and walk over to Zoho.
What's happening?
Apparently
I
these
gesture
rocks have
over-
giant faces.
I gesture over my shoulder to Otto and Cayenne to follow me.
They have giant faces?
I hold up a finger to Zoho. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I gesture for Otto and Cayenne to come over.
We come over.
I open up the little notebook and I pull out the pages one after another and then line them up in a stack while finding stuff to hold them down. This is what you're missing. And I point at the one that was the base. That is the base of a pillar that is 40 feet in diameter.
Alamer.
It was over 200 feet tall, and the runes don't correspond to it, but they start from the top and go to the bottom, wrapped all the way around. This is everything going all the way down.
I feel like I'm failing at describing that. The runes were clearly put on after you know this because they're actually carved into areas where the breaks would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
they're not actually written. They weren't written.
Or
Like-
order of operations, it's important.
Yeah, just to clarify, they're not written like you could read them like that or around the cylinder like that. They're literally just plastered. Like, say this was say that was. Oh god, scrolling.
Basically,
not drawing
any
anything.
part when it fell
No,
over,
I'm
any
not
part that was open to the air was written on.
Yeah, anything that opened to the became so. If that was the top, there would actually be runes on here, even though when it was standing, it would be. You wouldn't be able to do it. It would be inside.
No, I point out that it was a 200-foot pillar, and that I sketched everything from top to bottom as I found each segment, and then just kind of lay everything out for them to look at. Well, that looks a little weird. There's only one face. Oh, never mind. I take that back.
No, there's only one face on these rocks.
There's two faces.
That's the image. He
No.
said disregard the image.
I said for the image, the only face you need to focus on is this
Oh,
one.
okay.
So, was the pillar looking like what Faye was drawing, or just a straight pillar? Because Faye was drawing it with having two spires.
Could we-
No, not two spires. It would be a single pillar.
Based on the face, could we surmise that this statue is about the same size as the giant we fought?
Based on the size of the face, about twice its size.
Okay.
I want to say.
So there's, as far as we could tell, no correlation, other than maybe they built this and then somebody else rode on top of them after they broke apart.
Yeah, the runes were done after it was broken.
Yeah. Clearly it was some different party, because if the party who wrote on them knew what position these rocks were originally part of, they wouldn't have carved these runes in the space in between where they would go together.
Shrug. I just know it was a pillar at one point, and that face was carved into it. Clearly, at some point, it was knocked over, or broken, or fell apart. And then they wrote on it then. Either way, I wrote everything down on each segment in order of where it would be in the pillar.
Hmm.
What got knocked over?
Turn and lock.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew we'd find her here.
No.
Okay.
I just
This is inside. This is inside Foreign's head.
Ah.
Oh.
I just looked down at the hammer.
Wait, what?
I hold it in front of my face and then
Hammer saying hi.
like, I show him what got knocked over. I show him the sketches and then what we're staring at.
I can't see anything. Remember?
I grab the ham, and imagine what Thorin put.
Looks like a big. That's not a lady. Why are you showing me giant faces?
You asked the question of what the hell got knocked over. Damn it! Not my fault. Also, for all you know, that could be a frost giant lady.
Ain't no frost giant lady I seen.
Is this a place
I
you two
don't
talk
see
about?
any issue. I don't see any issues in dreaming big.
Cayenne mentally looks at what if, or Thordrak looks like, and Thorin. Is this what you two talk about?
Yes.
I take the hammer back from. I yank the hammer out of Cayenne's hand.
Okay, are you
Like-
good with sharing mental images? Are you going to be able to show him the runes?
I image all the runes in order. It's like they were glowing blue last night, apparently.
Oh, and speaking of, I re-scribbled the runes onto Zoho's journal as accurately as I know how, and also scribble in the extra rune that we found.
There's a
Also,
couple of random extra ones he missed due to time
yeah.
and whatnot, but yeah, you're completing the notes.
Yep.
I imaged the Goliath that we dealt with, and let them know what the hell's going on there, including the Goliath matriarch, and how they worship Lumi for some reason.
Or something.
Did we ever figure out why they worship Lumi?
Do you
Nope.
think they would have told me? Because no.
I just imaged that all to Thordrak, and was like, "This is where we are, and what we're dealing with." And I doubt I stand a chance with that lady, so don't
If
even
I-
think about asking.
If I'd wager a guess, I would have to at least guess it has something to do with her being female.
I said this mentally to Thordrak.
No, I'm responding to Zoho's question.
Oh dear.
I'm now lost. What was Zoho's question? What was the response?
Did we ever figure out why they worship Lumi?
And I explained maybe it's because of the matriarchy.
So you're in the middle of nowhere then. Wow.
Yes, we're trying to hunt a mammoth, and we found this.
So you found giant rocks in the middle of nowhere looking for a mammoth. Not sure if giant rocks and mammoths are the same thing.
I just like glower at Thordrak and I'm like, we weren't looking for them. We just happened to find them.
So, oh, right, okay. So you just happen to find rocks.
That glow blue. That have weird magic writing on them for some reason.
In the middle of a tundra.
Yes.
That seems
But the-
very random. You touched them yet?
While this
I just
conversation
look at
was happening,
Thordrak.
Cayenne was going to walk up and touch the face.
Yeah, I kind of.
Yeah, but you can't hear any of this because they yanked the hammer.
Yeah. Yes, but
I said
we
since
were
we're
both
not
planning
hearing
it.
this. Since we're not here in this conversation, Cayenne's like, well, okay, I'm just gonna go touch it
Yeah,
now.
more than
I
likely
look
at
at the
this point.
hammer.
Yeah, at this point,
I look up, I look at the hammer, I look at them. Oh, shite!
Otto's
They're
doing
about
it
to touch
just
the
to like
runes.
maybe sweep some crap off of the thing to see if maybe he can
Oh,
uncover
no.
some more runes.
I have
Thordrak,
too much information. Cayenne wants to touch the face.
rune.
Yeah, well, Cayenne can just walk up and go touch the
Oh,
room, but-
you wanna climb up and
Yeah,
you wanna climb up the face.
well, touch the face, see if it reacts, and then just walk up to inspect.
So you touch the you boop the snoot. Nothing happens.
I have a horrible
Climb.
feeling.
You climb up to the climb up to the rune on the forehead. The
Yep.
one that says frost, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't have to go back to my notes. So, you looking at it?
Yep, I'm looking at it.
I am just staring at Cayenne at this point. After
Actually,
what
I should let you
Thordrak
describe
had.
what you're doing.
As Cayenne just casually walks up the face, she crouch. Is just looking at it, probably not seeing how it's even existing or glowing, so she just pokes it.
Okay. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw.
No, fuck.
Okay, do I have anything for Constitution? No. Is it a charm?
No.
Woo!
Might not be enough.
Right. So, put your hand on the rune.
Yep.
It's still glowing once you're
Mhm.
actually like close enough to it. It's just daylight kind of nullifies it. You feel a slight tingling sensation in your hand.
Is it like when I touch? Is it like when I touch the metal of the other gate?
It's cold to the touch.
Mmm.
But as you don't realize at first, as you're just sort of like placing your hand on it and kind of like watching, like looking at it and realizing that it's pulsating slightly,
Okay.
like a slow pulse. And you don't realize soon enough. You look at you notice the chill in your hand. You go to pull your hand away out of reaction of your hand can't pull away. And as you look to your hand, frost is slowly progressing up your arm. You ever lick the frozen pole? And got
No.
your tongue stuck?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this is your entire arm and it's freezing over.
Does Otto notice that? Oh. Okay.
Fire breath.
Panic stuff. Are you gonna breathe fire on yourself?
Wait,
Well,
so
breathe-
what happened?
breathe near it so
Sorry,
that-
I was out of it.
Cayenne
Cayenne
climbed up
decided
the
to
rock
go touch
face
the
and-
frost rune.
And he is freezing to the frost rune.
Oh
So-
dear.
Well, if
That
I'm
is
not
bad.
if I'm not taking damage, I can't do absorb
I have
element,
an
so I have to do the other
actually-
thing.
Zoho has an idea. He just
No,
picks up a Kaze,
No.
points it at Cayenne.
No,
Hold still,
no,
Cayenne. Hold still.
Mouse.
Mouse,
Mouse.
slow down. It's not instant. They didn't realize it until it started or was already like up halfway up their arm, and then they realize they're stuck, and now they're panicking. And Dragon's Breath, I don't think they've called out for help or anything. Everyone's kind of like occupied with Thorin talking to himself. What's the plan with the Dragon's Breath?
Basically breathe it onto the arm with fire to hopefully thaw and get free, but also like point it at the rune.
So you want to breathe fire into the rune in your arm?
Well, I
Okay,
can't really do
so-
anything. Well, I can't really do anything else unless I can breathe away and melt the ice on my hand.
Right. So you're going to take the damage.
Yep.
So,
I'm willingly taking the damage.
willingly taking the damage as you breathe fire on your arm. And as
Hey,
you
Lord
do,
of the Flames,
you,
your tail's
you
on fire.
like you feel the grip again, like where your hand is slipping, and it pulls away from the. You're able to pull it away from the frost rune, but now your arm is burnt.
I'm gonna probably notice the fire, right? Because I was right beside them.
Yeah, people will probably notice the sudden spray of fire blasting up against a rock.
Cayenne, are you okay?
I back up immediately,
Um,
making sure not to touch on any other runes.
Did we? Spider Climb still needs concentration, right?
Oh
Yep.
no, they took damage.
No,
No, it's not that. The Dragon's Breath is also concentration, so they were fine while they were attacked, but now the ice has come.
And we. I want.
It's okay, they're not that far up.
Use Gust to dislodge Cayenne.
No, they dislodged themselves by fire versus melting the ice, burning their own hand,
Okay.
it's
and then
fine.
falling to the ground.
I was kind of below them. Can I catch them?
Roll a athletics. Let's see if you were fast. You weren't fast enough.
Damn.
Also,
You
would
kind of like
watch-
that, like everyone's suddenly like distracted from what's going on by the fire. Hey, you listening to me?
Yeah.
What's up? More explanation, please. Why are you in the middle of nowhere? I thought you had a destination.
I give Thordrak the basic story, and it's like we went with Lumi after that whole incident with Marahi beating the ever living piss out of you. Yeah. Basically, one of your companions is somewhere around here
Foretold
past
by
the
you.
Goliath village, and we were trying to find her, but then Lumi got hurt because Zoho decided to do something a little crazy.
Oh yeah, we had a nice chat for once.
Wait, what? Oh,
You guys don't
talking
know
to
this.
Thordrak.
Yeah. And yeah, the avalanche happened, and then Lumi got hurt, and now Lumi's with the Goliaths who worship her for some reason, and they said if we wanted to be able to stay there, we had to hunt a mammoth and bring back its corpse to build a hut to live in. And to prove our strength to them so that we would be allowed to basically go about our business without them killing us. So,
Sounds a bit aggressive, but progress.
I mean,
Sorry, I can't tell you where she is though.
no.
Just so you know, I did try.
I shrug. I think we have a vague idea of where she is from what you said before. And Sabakaze. But Sabakaze
Yeah,
is
that
not very
way.
talkative. Yeah. Before we can go that way, we have to kill a mammoth. Or, get wrecked.
Just give it a good bonk. And by that I mean hit it with the hammer, not. This time I'm not advising that, unless you're into that kind of thing. But I really wouldn't advise it.
I look more intensely at the hammer. I have so many questions about that, but I think they're gonna wait for another day because I'm not sure I want to know.
Wait, what specifically happened, Cayenne?
Well,
Oh,
I
Cayenne
walked
touched
up.
the runes and got.
yes, yes, he's asking me specifically.
No, I'm
in
telling
character.
Thordrak. I'm telling Thordrak in character.
Sorry.
Well, I went up, touched the rune, and had half my arm frozen.
But that's the frost rune. And he immediately gets an idea and walks towards the giant rune.
Okay, how are you climbing up?
So
the
don't
how are you?
touch the rune.
Oh, is it out of reach?
Yeah, they climbed up to it.
Oh, is
Hence
it
the fall, burning themselves, falling down in the process, and
is it on the same rock?
what rune? The one that
The
they
the
just
one
touched?
specific labeled giant.
Oh, you want to go touch? You want to go try and touch the giant rune?
Yes.
Oh no.
Roll me a d20.
Okay.
Oh
Damn it!
no.
The giant rune is out of reach.
Fuck. Could you give
Can
me a hand?
I-
I want to try a theory
hang
of
on.
mine. Okay, go ahead.
Mouse.
I wanted to try and reach the journey rune.
The journey rune. Roll a d20.
I poke Kayate for a second. Kayate,
Oh, come on.
one of those says dragon. Maybe
And
you should touch it because it might benefit you.
Cayenne,
Wait a minute,
can you help
Wait a
me
minute.
get to that rune specifically?
hang on. Zoho has the athlete feat, doesn't he?
Here?
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
did-
On your
I do.
character sheet if you did.
Eh.
Oh no.
these rocks are big.
I have advantage. Eh. I'm not sure
Wait,
if it would.
you also have another spell available to you, do you not?
Oh yeah. Sabakaze, jump. And jump.
Okay, so you cast it. Yeah, if you cast a jump that blah 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 times height, then I believe you would be able to briefly touch the journey rune.
Yeah, journey. And
I swear, if he teleports, I'm gonna be very upset.
You jump up. You slap your hand against the journey rune
yeah, slap.
for the brief moment that you're in the air, and you land back down on the floor.
So
Nothing
fall.
seemed to happen within that time period.
So fall.
Yeah, like
No damage.
just slapping it didn't seem to do anything. Sorry,
Okay,
bear with me.
slapping the rune doesn't seem to do much.
I speak to Kayate. Maybe you should touch the dragon rune. It might do something for you, Kayate.
It'd be great if the guy who originally had the idea could get his one out.
Auto. I do
I'll
not
have to
think I
check
can
with Zyker
carry
on that
you
one
up there.
and do it between sessions.
Though, actually, he walks
Oh, yeah.
over to him.
There will be nothing that there wouldn't be anything that would relate to you guys needing to know.
Yeah.
So I'll just check with Zyker if Kaite would do that.
Oh
I-
no! Did I incite something?
No, I'm just not going to make a decision dead on
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Yep.
Cast jump on Derp.
Is it high enough? Or am I...
Yes, you can cast jump on top.
Can I jump high
Yeah,
enough?
But I cast it on auto.
Is it somewhere I can stand and hold my hand on it?
I just look at them. You have pitons and rope. Why don't you just climb up? And
Roll.
I don't want
Roll
to damage it.
Auto.
Clearly a history.
Roll,
But
roll an athletics.
Touch a creature. Creature's jump distance is triple until the spell ends.
Yes, I want Otto to roll an athletics.
to see if I can hang
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Hey!
Okay, what room were you after, Otto?
Giant.
Okay, so you are able to jump with the jump bonus from Zoho. You are able to
I
jump
do it
high
really
enough
like-
to grab a hold of a hold point near.
Mind you, it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, you're not at the ruin itself, but you managed to get a hold of
A foothold
climbing
nearby.
hold. Yeah,
And don't slap it.
you're currently currently kind of dangling.
Me.
Try
Hey,
my best to climb towards it.
That's what you did as a part of the hour, is it not? Find the
Yes, and
monster.
I was specifically looking for the dragon one because I was having the same idea as Thorin.
They have dragon breath. That makes sense.
Okay, so you want to go look for the dragon rune. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll another athletics if you're going to try and climb from your new point. Actually, basically get yourself into a position where you're steady and not just dangling.
yes. I. Sorry, starting.
Well, from my position, whatever. I'm just gonna try and make my way to it.
So roll an athletics again.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yay!
Okay, you're able to pull yourself enough that you're stable and not just dangling from your arms. You have the upper body strength.
I would hope
And
so.
then you want to touch it.
Yes.
Are we slapping it, caressing it?
I am gently
making
touching it.
Sweet love for
An
brief
extended
period,
period of
long
time,
period?
yes.
okay. Cayenne, you're able to make your way to the dragon rune. Right. Can you roll a Constitution saving throw, please, Otto? Otto, your hand starts to freeze over with frost. You find yourself attached to the rune.
Am I taking damage from this?
Not yet.
Okay.
You are currently stuck. And the frost is creeping up your arm.
Produce flame on that hand.
No. I've got to look up the produce flame spell specifically.
It doesn't burn anything, but if I let go, it does.
You cannot cast it in the hand that's currently attached.
Okay.
It
I will.
requires a somatic. What's it? You need to use your hand to do it, and the hand
Yeah.
would have to be the one that creates the.
Spare hand is going to lob one at the base of the hand that's touching the rune.
It's a cantrip, isn't it?
It
So,
is.
You're still stuck.
Oh! Oh no. Oh, guys, a little help! It seems to be all frozen!
Oh dear.
They
Hang on
don't
a
do
moment,
they don't
please.
do what they say, they just all freeze!
Fire! Fire is your best friend!
I don't have enough!
I don't have enough.
You can produce flame.
It's
Can
not
you?
enough!
Oh, God. Oh, for goodness
He
sakes.
tries to get. He desperately tries to lob another one at the base of the. to dislodge.
Yeah, it's.
Hang
it's not
on,
happening.
hang on. He jumps up.
Right. So,
He
what's
climbs
the
up.
plan of what's the jumping up plan before?
He wants to climb.
Cayenne, I'm
Because
assuming you're gonna
he
do
climbs-
this to get to the dragon rune anyway.
No, because if he's touching it and he's frozen too, I'm just gonna look at the rune and be like, okay, everything's just made out of frost. Now they're gonna help.
Okay, so
Sure.
before we spend that spider climb, we'll go through Zoho first because he's closer then.
Yeah. So yeah, the spider climb was to
Yeah, he can
basically
climb
get.
45 feet.
Right. It's not that Cayenne would have moved away, so you will be closest to react to Otto screaming and shouting first. So you said you wanted to jump and do what for Otto?
He wanted to climb up and break the ice with his fist
The ice is my
using force
hand.
damage.
The ice is my hand.
Okay, this is gonna be fun. So
You were going to shatter my hand, you asshole.
You still got jump. You still got jump. Hang on. You still got jump active, so you jump up and basically grab a hold of Otto's legs and like use him as a point of getting up, so you can
An
like.
anchor point.
So you're currently using using Otto
Is his
as an
hand
anchor.
frozen to it?
Yes.
His hand is completely stuck to the rock where he's got it on the rune, and you can see the frost is slowly creeping up his arm at a steady pace.
Wait, can't I pull away because I have bark skin?
You don't have bark skin.
I have a
he
permanent
dead?
bark skin, remember?
Permanent bark skin.
Yeah, in your animal form.
Bark ar- No, you said it was in all
Or
forms,
bark
buddy.
armor. Oh no, it's not a separate barks. It's not like a separate layer.
Oh, okay. It's just an
You can't
effect that
you
happens
can't
to my
mold
skin.
it. It's just the name of the effect kind of thing.
It's not like actually bark on my skin. It's literally
it's
just
not-
like a bump map on my skin.
It's not a cocoon or like a shedding skin
Dang
kind
it.
of thing. No. It's yeah, it's why you're above half HP. You just get a bonus.
Okay.
So Zoho, you wanted to punch him in the arm?
He wants to get Otto's hand off of it. And the only thing he knows how to do is to use the force damage from his punches.
Oh yes, they have force damage.
Yes, empowered strike at 6th level. Your unarmed strikes may deal force damage. Your choice.
Are you gonna punch him?
I could, or hear me out. Oh, this is going to suck. This is going to suck. This is going to suck. He points Sabakaze at the frozen hand. Oh, this is gonna suck. Sabakaze! Gust!
What are you doing?
You get
This
buff
won't
with
do!
You get
That's all.
buffeted by a cold by a cold breeze, wind. I'm not sure how to phrase this.
I was hoping it would dislodge.
I know what you're hoping for. It doesn't seem to be.
I have a
having
better
the
idea!
effect that
Do
you
it again!
predicted.
And he readies a fireball.
What?
You don't have fireball. Do
No,
you
you mean
mean?
produce fire?
Yeah, the
produce
only
flame.
thing Otto has is
Yes,
flames.
yes, he's going to try and mix it to produce a stronger
Okay.
flame.
I see. All right then. Sabakate, gust.
Produce
Reduce
flame!
How am I gonna? Oh, this is
Fire
gonna-
tornado!
This is reminding me of Shaolin Showdown.
No, it just reminds me of Fairy Tale, where we're basically doing a magic raid.
How am I gonna?
I brought him an interesting proposal.
This is an interesting proposal because if I allow it to work the way you're hoping for, I'm then going to have to try and figure out the
Possible
mechanics
combinations for future things, yeah.
precisely because it's likely going to happen again. It's an interesting idea because so this is how I'm going to for now.
Okay.
Don't get upset.
No, I won't.
It's an idea.
Eh.
I will have to think about it when I'm actually got time and not in the middle of a
Let's
session.
just say because it was in a pinch, it works for now.
No. Right. No. It's not going to work for now. That's why I said don't get mad. It's not going to work for now.
Okay.
Because if I'm going to do this, I want to get it as close to being right as I can from the offset rather than just throwing it out there.
You got it.
Currently, the issue is they're both cantrips.
Okay.
Ow.
There does seem to be an effect when you do this, if you're able to time it up right, etc. So there is some kind of proof of concept there. However,
Our timing was off.
considering they're both cantrips, we can say the timing was off or something. It doesn't seem... Something's happening, but whatever it is not enough to counter the effects of the ice that's slowly
Aw.
growing up your arm. And
That
I will
didn't
look
work,
into
we did
that
a
to see
stronger
whether I
thing.
can implement it without fucking everything up.
Okay, well, this isn't gonna. Oh. Well, hopefully this works. Brace!
Race?
Wait, who, Brace? Oh, no.
Oh.
Transmutate.
Oh, no.
Cold to fire. So instead of bitter cold, it is blistering hot.
Oh, fuck, thanks.
Ah! Hot! 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 Change the temperature! Hot!
Okay,
I'm on
it
fire!
takes
this
me-
guy, I think this is gonna have to hit both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will.
Let's get together.
It's just it's 8
It's
damage.
so
so I'm
big,
not gonna
and,
get it.
it's so big. I don't think you can get the accuracy on it. So
Take saving throw.
it is. Yeah, it's whatever the spell is for Otto and
×2 for me.
and you wanna. And you're switching it to fire damage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking more damage. I don't know how we calculate that, though. Is it just
here's the prop.
is it just straight double and I drop my bark armor?
It's fire, so you'll take double the damage, but you still need to roll to find out what number we're working with is.
I mean, if you save, you don't take damage anyways.
If I what? Oh, saving throw.
save.
Oh no, it's no damage on a pass.
Yeah.
Well, what if I want to dislodge? Like, if I pass, I won't be taking the damage and I won't dislodge, right?
Oh, why you take this? Is it the beginning of every turn or something? Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
creature that starts its turn in the area takes 2d6 cold damage. Any creature that ends its turn in the area must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage.
Okay, well, she would have said brace and get off as soon as you can.
Okay.
You'd be taking
Okay,
the,
so
the acid.
Zoho, you basically avoid taking the damage and can quite happily just let go and get out before taking more damage.
Meanwhile, I need to take the damage
Otto
to
is
dislodge.
the odds are you're going to take the damage
Yeah.
at some point, so so you're going to, we'll just say, rather than pissing about rolling multiple saves and stuff,
The moment I
X
take
amount-
damage, I dislodge anyway, so.
yeah, when you do take the damage, you take the damage and your hand breaks free.
Yeah.
From the rune. And you most likely fall to the ground due to the sudden release.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just need to take double the damage because of the
What's the damage? Is it just 8?
cold is replaced with fire, so it would be
16.
16, yeah.
Yeah. So, no one's touching the runes.
Agreed!
They're all ice.
Good to know.
As
I also
he,
make the I also make the darkness just go away.
he says agreed as he just, asks. Fuck you.
I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Good enough. For now.
So, next plan of action.
Well,
Well,
we can either go.
that ended poorly, but I think we might have figured something out for the future. We might need to do a little bit of practice, but that looked kind of promising.
I'm not learning how to write it in Cold Element.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant what me and Zoho just did.
Ah, I didn't see that, so okay.
It seems if we combine elements that favor each other, they potentially gain a boost if you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feed fire some wind or air, it probably grows stronger. That's conjecture, though. Let's move on. And never touch those runes again.
I just quickly looked to see if anything has changed to the ruin after being subjected to blistering heat.
Nope.
Ah,
There's less frost where the fire was, but like in the sense of the natural frost that had built up on the rock is dispersed, but
I
the
have
ruin
a
itself is unaffected.
I have a very dumb idea
And what is that idea?
that just might give me like a very bad headache at worst. What part of this is magical? Just the runes or the entire thing?
Oh, you want to actually use detect magic?
Yes, please.
Detect magic. Present magic within 30 feet of you.
Meh.
You can use your action to see a faint aura. Okay, so you turn on detect magic.
Yep.
Roll a Constitution saving
I
throw.
thought so. I'm going fucking blind. Wee. Ah, snap.
Okay. Right. You turn on detect magic.
The runes get really bright.
The runes, the entire set of stones starts glowing to you in your vision.
Oh,
So
jeez.
when you activate the aura, and you feel like you're being
Overwhelmed.
like, you're not completely overwhelmed, but you feel a bit like you're suffocating.
Spiritual pressure, got it.
Yeah.
I
And
wouldn't
it's
recommend
making it
touching
hard-
the
and
rocks.
It's
Phew.
making it hard to concentrate on the spell.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it immediately so I can actually focus. Uh-oh.
Can you roll a history?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Cheyenne, leaning against the rock. What?
Right. Okay.
Do not touch the rocks themselves. They are just as magical as the runes are.
As you kind of like refocus yourself, there's a brief moment where it's like,
Hang on.
what
This.
was that thing she said?
Wait, what?
Back in the library, what was Dania on about?
She was waiting for a
It's the
contract
fault-
for a new location.
No, there was something more specific.
Oh, dude, asking me to
That's-
remember that's not fair.
Oh no!
Okay.
This is the thought that's going through your head right now.
Do I need to-
I think Otto wasn't specifically paying attention, but he does bring it up with everybody else. Hang on, this sounds kind of familiar. Didn't Danny say something about something that seems like this when we last saw her?
Kai, do I need to roll history? I was in the same room long.
When you found Danny in the library before heading out again, Otto remembers her saying something. He can't specifically remember. Can any of you as players remember what the specific thing is? If not, I need you to roll a history.
I can't. I actually can't.
It was about finding a new magical site, right?
It was definitely that. She was looking for
Yeah,
another.
20.
Zoho, you can remember.
Oh hell, I'm.
Wait a minute.
Zoho,
Actu-
Hang on.
hang on, let me tell you what it is, because you clearly don't remember as a player.
Well, yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, but I was asking if I roll a history, do I get an advantage? Because the book I was looking for was in the same room, so I would have stayed there. And I did talk to her the most out of everyone.
Yeah, still roll your history.
With normal?
Yeah, just roll a normal history.
Okay. Nope.
So
I was focused on runestones.
Zoho, you remember?
Yeah, you were focusing.
Go ahead, Kai.
I'm typing it to you.
Come to think of it, she said elemental pillars.
But as far as we know, this is all just one pillar. She said multiple?
Yeah.
Pillars is plural, so there
for
is
each
more than
element.
one.
If it's this
Actually-
big and it's in a configuration, that'd be across the realm?
Hang on.
Fuck.
I think, come to think of it, Rill did take a book from the library concerning elemental pillars.
And I just had a realization.
Wah.
If this one is frost,
Yep.
probably
That's
the
ice.
yeah, probably the one near fuck my brain. The one near Farah, the one at Storm Ridge is probably
Thunder. Or
lightning or thunder.
Yeah.
lightning,
Makes sense.
if there is one.
Ah, but what... That's the question. Is the pillar producing the weather around it, or was it built in a location with a high amount of that element?
I think it is. Well, yes and no. Hang on. I have to. Yeah,
Well, since he's...
because I also remember Zoho and Rail had a chat concerning elemental pillars.
Yeah.
It's in the book.
Since he's still got Zoho's book, he starts scribbling in notes and, like, possibilities that these pillars might be related, and there might be more than one. And they might be located at concentrations of pure element of whatever that is.
Right, question for Mouse. When you say you had a conversation, are you talking about one you had with Zoho and Real in session, or was it one of your things?
I think it was at a session. Would have to confer with Zika.
Okay. Let me know.
Oh wow, that radius thing is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It was-
Distracting, but cool.
Doop doop.
Yeah, it was a while. It was a while ago. Back when they were at the library. But yeah, he does recall from the book that Rill procured from the library that elemental pillars are capable of manipulating the weather around them.
Ah, so it's the pillar that's producing this cold weather?
It is possible,
Well,
and considering how they turn anything that touches it to frost, these must be the remnants of a pillar.
that's not
That's
the
still
only
active.
part here. All of the creatures and the inhabitants and the environment reflects this weather. And it looks like they've acclimated a very long time ago. That would mean these pillars have been here for a very long time.
Possibly.
Well, there's nothing much we can do. We can't exactly touch these safely anymore, and... Yeah, I say we just start building a map and scribble this as a return to place once we get more information.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more just the runes. I think the stones are just holding in the energy.
Shrug.
There's an easy way to test that.
No!
Break them.
Although, if the elemental pillar is here, wouldn't it be possible for the Storm Lord of Ice to be somewhere nearby? Her weapon, I mean.
It could be. It makes sense. Somehow I feel like that won't...
Sabakaze, what do you think?
We can't help you.
Meaning, okay,
You cannot simply tell you where to find each one of us.
But am I not correct in this elemental pillar?
Specifically, which bit?
The part where it's manipulating the weather around it. That it's holding some form of magical energy pertaining to the environment it's in.
Why do I have a feeling the way to the weapon won't reveal itself unless we have the favor of the giants in the not giants, Goliaths in the area anyways. Even if we know the location, we might not be able to open the door unless they give us permission.
Yeah, especially since we don't know where it is. They do, and the Lumi has some relation to her.
Besides, it does us no harm, besides, surviving Mammoth, to get them in our good graces anyways.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, we can either sit here and rest, or we can just go back the direction of where we had camp and just keep going that direction for mammoths. I won't lie. Ow!
What?
You won't lie. Ow.
AKA Cayenne is specifying we take a short rest because 2 of us had to force take damage
Yeah.
to get unfrozen or be frozen and fall off.
And unfortunately, we couldn't use our specific skills that us two specifically have to avoid said damage because it wasn't dealing us damage directly. Fuck's sakes, Kai.
Unless I can use dissonant whispers to make the stone run away. Looks up at it.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am trying to think of a way of wording this back to you as a mouse. I have to be careful with wording.
You don't want to
it's
reveal
easy
too
to
much.
fix. Terp has the videos on his channel if anybody wants to try and go through them.
For what?
No. It's a case of if I say the wrong words, I give too much away
Yeah.
in a situation. I
Yeah.
don't want to give it. It's like, and also they're not meant to just give you the answers either.
Oh, yeah. That makes
They're
sense.
sworn to secrecy by whatever the fuck they did in the mountain.
They need to make sure that the rightful owners breach and get these tools. Makes sense.
I'm gonna step up to it for a sec. I am really tempted to try something.
I am moving 100 yards away.
It would.
Last time you did that, you got me knocked out. Fuck you.
Otto steps back and readies a fireball. Go ahead.
Did have an idea.
Yeah?
Maybe have the person in our party with the elemental affinity touch it. And he just holds his hands towards Rill.
You want Rill
Affinity
to
for...
touch it.
Wait, affinity for what? Whoa.
Ice!
Oh.
This is frost! We're being affected by frost, are we not? What would happen if someone with the elemental affinity for ice touches it? Did we
That's
ever
a
think
good
about doing
question,
that
but we
first?
should also make precautions just in case that doesn't work.
Did we ever consider that? Doing that first?
Yes, but when we touched it the first time, I assumed it was going to do the thing that the word said, because
Zoho just stares at Otto.
we originally touched the frost rune. I'm sorry, it makes sense in my head.
I know that. I know that.
I thought I was gonna
You're
get
not
bigger
at
if I
fault,
touched the
Otto,
giant
but-
rune.
No safety wall.
I could have stacked the rocks if I got bigger.
They're 200 feet.
Yes, but if I'm a
Well,
giant, it's not going to be that
say-
hard.
What do you
Giants don't
think?
get that big.
Big enough.
I'm trying to talk.
Okay, sorry.
Trying to ask the GM. Could Rill touch the runes?
Could Rill touch the rune? Any rune?
And not be affected?
We'll have to
I
find out.
don't know. Because she has the elemental affinity for ice.
Does she? I didn't know that. I thought
The
she had fire.
likelihood of Rill touching cold. Oh no.
I don't. It's.
He would have to message Zyka.
I think I would have to end the session because
It
I'm pretty
involves
sure
Zyka
Zyka's
and
not going
Zyka
to respond
not
within
here.
like 2 seconds.
Yeah, honestly,
Well-
we're kind of at a threshold right now anyway, right?
I was gonna try one last thing, and Faye has got a great idea.
You're gonna take a chip of it.
Well, you're freaking right. I'm gonna take a swing at it.
Oh no.
That's
Last
what I
time you
thought.
slapped the wall with that, I got hurt. So fuck you.
Otto
I'm gonna
also
wall.
dives behind this safety wall.
I mean, at this point, it's not good. You know what? It doesn't hurt. If anything bad happens, it's my own damn fault.
He dives behind the safety wall and prepares a fireball.
Kai, what do you say to this?
You're going to hit the rock, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what happens.
That's your decision.
I feel like this is gonna end poorly now. It's just the way Kai said that.
Yes,
Like-
but it is still in
You
character,
make the
so go
decision,
for it.
So you follow through with it. I already told you guys. I'm not going to sit here. Like, we're not going
No,
to
you're
go
not gonna
back
baby
and forth,
us.
changing your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And especially
what?
when you're asking me as the DM, I can't tell you. Why would I tell you the answer? Make a decision. Go with it.
I'm going two-handed here. So, let's see how this goes. Am I gonna get the wall or not? Missed!
It's a 12.
Oh, God.
Oh, you hit the wall. You really think a wall's that hard to hit?
Yeah.
No, but a 12 means this did not go well. Very bad.
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, what
Weirdly
happened?
enough, it's solid as a rock.
Well,
No,
Congratulations,
actually-
you hit the wall.
Okay, nothing bad happened. I am going to walk away now before anything else happens. This is not worth taking further risks.
All of a sudden, ice beam to the back.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I am just gonna call out like, Cayenne, Otto, nothing happened.
Nate,
I think
Otto's
we're
gonna
gonna have
poke his
to-
head above. Oh, okay. And the
I
fireball
would still
disappears.
stay there because if Rill touches that and something happens, I don't want to be close.
He relights his fireball.
I mean, I'm not wrong. If
Okay.
it does react to Rill, I really don't want to be close to her, so I'm gonna get behind the wall with them.
And that's where the session
Also
ends.
gets behind the wall. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it there because there's too many questions.
Yeah, and
for
that's where the
Psyker at
session
this point.
ends. That's us for tonight, folks. We'll see you guys again tomorrow night for some Phasmophobia. We already did a stream on Thursday. If you missed it, the update dropped. We have access to the new items, and from our experience in the game, as far as we know, on higher difficulties, Sanity Drain is a lot worse than it used to be. In the meantime, we'll see you guys next Thursday for some more Tears of the Kingdom as regular, and we'll see you guys again on. We won't see you guys again on Saturday, unless we're doing a double D&D session. Because technically next week is our regular Kai session.
No, we've just set everything back 1 week.
Okay, then I'll change that in
So
my
it's
schedule.
fortnightly from
Yeah.
today. So not this one next week.
So
the week after.
Okay.
weeks, 10 days.
See you on the second.
Yep, we'll see you guys on the 2nd. Later.
Bye.